And he loves you, and he is. It seems like he's always preaching like hell and brimstone, and if you do this, you're going to hell, and never, God will forgive you, and he loves you, and he accepts you where you're at right now. Could you answer that, please?
Yes, I will. Sister, the problem is most people have one perspective of love. When I was coming up, and if I was hard-headed, my father, when he whipped my behind, that doesn't mean he didn't love me. So because we preach truth and tell people the truth directly and straight up, we are preaching love. The scripture says God is love. Now, also the scripture says God is the word. So if I'm preaching the word, I'm preaching love. If I'm telling you the truth, I'm preaching love. Because a preacher may quote or use the term love doesn't mean he loves you. Because a preacher may use the term heaven, that don't mean you being taught the right thing to get you there. Most of your preachers today are just entertainers. They're not preaching nothing with substance. People come to church, they're not getting nothing but amusement, entertainment. That's why you can go to 99.9 of the church, the preacher say, hold the neighbor's hand and say, neighbor, something. Or he'll say, the Lord just spoke to me, and he'll go off in a tongue. The Lord spoke to me, especially after the collection. After the collection is done, the preacher closes his eyes real tight. The Lord just spoke to me just a minute. There's $5,000 more in the audience. And the people are suckered by it. Listen, Jack, I'm from the hood, man. And if you from the hood, you know a hustle when you see it. The hustle have came out of the hood, hid behind the cross in churches. And some of the preachers are the biggest hustlers that are out here. They use the name Jesus to rob the people. They use the name Jesus to bamboozle the people. They use the name Jesus to con the people. They use the name Jesus to manipulate the people. And because people in churches are not allowed to ask questions. Right. See, this is why we encourage viewers, ask your pastor questions. If you went to a church and start questioning your pastor lay you out. He'll say you're being disrespectful. Or he'll say, don't question God. And I tell people, if you question your pastor and he tell you don't question God, look at him and tell him, you ain't God. I'm questioning you. Because if people are financially supporting these organizations, they should have the right to question these preachers about anything and everything.
I want somebody to explain to me, because it's the number one reason a lot of y'all be upset. Y'all be done told y'all own self that you locked in. You and this nigga didn't talk and have no deep conversation about what y'all doing and what the intentions are. You assumed that based on how you were getting treated.
Never be a happy woman dogging your man out. He's not a man yet, but he will be. But if you keep on dogging him, you won't have nothing, and you'll end up being a lesbian at home with yourself, with no man by your side, because your damn mouth is what it is. It's a snake pit. And a man can't live under that because he got enough hell on his head as it is trying to function in a white man's world. And he needs a wife that has compassion and understanding, and that's the value of the MGT. The MGT is supposed to make you a woman to help you make a man for God. You'll never be a happy woman dogging your man out.
Yes, sir. Welcome to class. Welcome to class. It's period 3, guys. Yes, sir. We here. Salute to the chat. Y'all already know we're a unique bunch. Right about that time, y'all come on in, hit that like button. That's how you pay your school tuition. Keep in mind that we don't cater to any groups, gangs, communities, religions, feelings, or emotions. We cater to the truth. We cater to common sense. We call out bad behavior in both men and women. Translation: modern women and simps. Yes. Everybody get this work. You know what I mean? Salute to all my brothers in the chat and all my sisters. Hope y'all having a great Friday night. Up until this point, relax, kick back, enjoy yourself. Ain't nothing outside but rain and death in New York City right now, y'all. Know what I mean? So how y'all doing? How y'all doing, guys? Hope y'all doing a hope y'all having a great time doing a good job. Know what I mean? Now, whatever it is you doing. And that's no crab leg, guys. No crab leg. We got a good show lined up for y'all guys tonight. Know what I mean? I don't know. Miss Goodbread might pop on in. Know what I mean? She might not. I ain't gonna bank on it. Know what I mean? Wouldn't want to go to the well too many times. Hint, hint, wink, wink. But in any event, we don't need it. We gonna do what it do. So tonight, guys, I want to start off a little different. I want to go straight into our normal main event. You know what I mean? I want to invite my girl Alux on in from the jump. You know what I mean? And we're going to give you guys 15 dumb facts that these modern women and simps that they push around and they meddle around the black community. And it's just crazy how information travel, telephone, telegram, tell a nigga, you know what I mean? That's how and people adapt to this shit and they ain't experience it, but they take these beliefs and they take these truths from so-called know-it-alls, from other individuals that don't know a goddamn thing, and it should just perpetuate itself throughout the black community, and to the point where everybody is hooked on this ideology, everybody programmed to it, everybody believes in the dumb shit. And you know what I mean? Over here, guys, you know, we call that the nigger mindset, the NGA mindset. That's that NGA mindset. I mean, I don't want none of you guys to adapt that, because that shit is contagious. That shit is very contagious. Victim mentality is very contagious, guys. But it start with the education. It start with how these people are being raised. So, you know, at the end of the day, it's all gonna link back to Mother Queen, Queen Mother of the Earth. You know what I mean? And guys, we got a new break and we got a new pause that I'm gonna add. It ain't really new. Yeah, I saw it before. But when I play it, I'm gonna need y'all guys to put y'all tomatoes. We gonna get the tomatoes in the chat. All right, guys. So let's practice that right now. But first, but first, now is the time that if you do not like new information coming from a man that might not speak proper English, grammar might not be all that, because you know God ain't make no more perfect people after he made Lucifer. You know what I mean? So if you don't like hearing new information that go against your stupid dumb ass beliefs that you've been raised to believe, programmed in you by another dummy who had no choice but to believe that because they just didn't know any better. Now is the time to get the hell on out of this class and out of this school, guys. No cap and crab leg. So let's see who's going to be the designated walker of shame. Shadrach, my guy, Shadrach, Rob, you got it tonight, guys. You got it tonight. All of those that oppose of critical thinking, y'all can go follow my guy Shadrach. He gonna take y'all on out. Shadrach, while you go take them on out, I'm gonna practice with the with the good breads on how to get this tomato thing down. You a quick learner, so I know you'll get it. If you miss it, you'll get it while you taking these old fools to the get on out of here. All right, y'all, go ahead, y'all, take them now and let's get it. So guys, when you guys over here, you know what I mean. When you guys see this pop up, this next little segment pop up, you gonna throw the tomatoes. You gonna put the tomatoes, apples, shit. If you got bullets, should put the bullets in there.
I don't even know what we even would see in the white girl, brothers. Hands down, the black woman is the most beautiful species on the face of the planet Earth. There ain't nothing on Earth better than a black woman. And you should take pride in being the queen of the planet Earth. You should take pride in being the mother of civilization. You should love yourself so much once you learn that the mother is the first nurse.
Bro, where the tomatoes at, bro? Come on now. Where's the tomatoes at, bro? It's supposed to be Tomato City in the chat right now. Off that piece of work right there, guys. Off that bamboozle. But that whenever you see that come into play, guys, when that clip come in, you going to tomato it, you going apples, whatever fruit you got in your motherfucking phone, dog. You going use it. You gonna throw it. You gonna throw it. Hey, that's a fact. That's a fact, XL. Whatever fruit you got in your phone log, you gonna throw it. Know what I mean? And I know some of you can't get to your phone. You got it. You got it on your laptops or whatever. But you know what I mean? In any event, those of you that can participate, just throw that many. All right. So now let's get on. Let's get on with it, yo. Let's get on with it. Salute to the queen of virtues, yo. What up, sis? Our sister queen is in the building tonight. That's what's up, yo. We appreciate the women that love the truth. You know what I mean? Because those are gonna be the women that we gonna have to ride their coattail, and then we gonna have to trust that they gonna pass the rock back after government Satan Zaddy hand them the ball. You know what I mean? Salute to you, Queen. What up? Let it be. Let it be. Welcome to class, man. When the mothers betrayed the black man for the government, muck it ended begins. And that's a whole fact. That's whole fact. That's whole fact. And that was the ideology right there. They ate from the tree. They ate from the tree of knowledge. And this is why everybody, you know what I mean? The feminist apple is all about knowledge and ideologies, and everybody seeing from different point of views and different angles. It's the Tower of Babel out this motherfucker, guys. You know what I mean? But it's all right, because that's why we here. We here to gain wisdom, to gain motivation, inspiration, so that we could figure it out. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a long road, guys. Y'all know it was a long road for Moses carrying the people. Not everybody wanted to go. A lot of people wanted to remain slaves. A lot of people gonna want to stay with the government. We see what's going on in our society today. A lot of people gonna want to stay hooked with the Pharaoh. Hink, wink, wink. A lot of people gonna want to stay back, but you know, I was eating. We ain't have to walk. You know what I mean? I told you a lot of people in the black community, but it's too hard. Instead of, all right, I'll try. It's too hard. You know what I mean? And it's the same shit. It's biblical. That's why I tell you guys this gender war, red pill, Mgtow, all of this. These are fancy labels that the worldly world put on it. But it's all biblical. This is all in the Bible, guys. All right, so let's get started, man. Let's get started with some content for today. Let's get started, guys. So like I said, I want to get straight on down to work. I want to get straight on into the work. I want to get straight on into, you know what I mean, the solutions. You know what I mean? I was chilling with my Professor. Salute to my Professor. That's my favorite. That's one of my favorite white boys. You know what I mean? One of my favorite white breads. I was chilling with him and I stole some information. Guys. I stole some more information from bro. You know what I mean? So, bro, when you checking on the, because you know, bro probably fighting fires right now in Mexico. So, bro, when you watch this tomorrow morning, when you watching right now on the playback, know that while we was talking the other day, I swiped some information and Robin Hood it. I Robin Hood it right back to the black community, and I'm going to share it with them. And like always, the choice is up to them if they want to take the information or if they want to get triggered and frickled and find any reason to not. It's hard. It's too hard. You know what I mean? So let's get on into that, guys. Salute to the chat. We're gonna have ourselves a good night. We're gonna learn. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be so vulgar. I'm not gonna be harsh. I'm not gonna be so you arrogant. No. We don't talk down on this channel. We speak up. We speak up. We don't talk down. You know what I mean? Nobody's uncheckable. You know what I mean? If I fuck up, let me know. Check me. You know what I mean? Y'all know how it is over here, man. This is the school of common sense, man. We don't play those games. All right, Shadrach back. Shadrach back. Know what I mean? Nobody gave you a problem, right? Shadrach on your way there and shit. Know what I mean? None of them little funny little looks and shit. Them little ugly little intimidating poke out, sucking on lemons looks and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Motherfucker, nigga, yo, you can't help nobody, bro. You can't help these people, bro. You can't help these people, bro. You could be trying to give them money and they'll find a way to be an attitude. They'll take an attitude at that, bro. You can't help folks, man. You can't help folks, man. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get into the dumb advice that they be pushing and peddling through the black community. And this is why all the folks is operating on stupid. And then when they hear some thoughtful and some thoughtful information that's not the, oh, great minds think alike. Because just because great minds think alike, if everybody thinking some dumb shit, then that ain't great. You know what I mean? But when you hear some new shit and you get triggered, you know what I mean? That's the problem. That's the problem. Remember, trigger is pain. Pain is weakness leaving the body. You know what I mean? Not just with your arm muscle, also your brain muscle, guys. So let's endure this. Let's not find no excuse to not take this information in. Salute to my girl A-Lux. We're gonna play good cop, bad cop. And unfortunately, guys, she's gonna be the bad cop today. And I'm gonna be the good cop. If you didn't already could tell. By the way, I'm rolling it out for you guys. So Alux, listen, Alux, try to be nice to him, but don't you know how we do, Alux. Because normally I'm the bad cop. Yo, how was that intro today, guys? That intro was on fire. That intro was baking though today. How y'all like that intro, man? Of course, I go jack the whole thing up, though. Let's get it. Let's get it, guys. Let's get it. Let's get it. My brothers, they showed out for me tonight on a Friday. Ain't nobody out there simping Everybody in the house chilling.
15 pieces of dumb
Get it.
advice unsuccessful people give you.
All right, guys, let's get it. Remember, poor people can't teach you how to be rich, and dumb people can't teach you how to be wise. All right, let's go. And yo, I need y'all. I got a question for y'all. Matter of fact, before we end this live, I got a big question for y'all because I need to know why y'all like listening to dating coaches, red pill dating coaches that gotta run and hide. They gotta hide in the bathroom. They gotta hide in their car. They gotta do videos outside, and you gotta do all this fuck shit and to teach you guys how to be free thinker. Like those guys ain't free, guys. Those guys ain't free, man. And really, they not free. They charge you an arm and a leg, yo, and shit. What? They playing manhunt in their own house and shit to give you guys information. And you worship those guys. You follow those guys. You know what I mean? Y'all gotta test every spirit, guys. Test every spirit.
Buckle up, we're going to burn some bridges today. The world is filled with people who don't amount to much, willing to share with you the recipe for success. You've seen them all around you. They're on Facebook, your Instagram. They are your best friends or even your family. Although they mean well, and they might generally have your best interests at heart, the advice they give you is not always the best.
That's a whole fact, guys. We all know them. We all see them. Nowadays, with information being easily available, everybody could go to Google, read some shit, and swear to God that they know it. Swear to God they was right there and they saw it. You know what I mean? and that's the problem today. You know what I mean? Because we all know that education is really the key. Education and time is the key. That is the way out of poverty to a million cash. You know what I mean? Managing that is the key. Let me play that back, guys. Come on, guys. Make sure y'all getting this information tonight, guys. I know we do a lot of entertainment over here, but when we get to the education, I need y'all to get it. I need y'all to get it. It's only gonna make the entertainment that much funnier, guys.
The world is filled with people who don't amount to much, willing to share with you the recipe for success. You've seen them all around you. They're on Facebook, your Instagram. They are your best friends or even your family. Although they mean well, and they might generally have your best interests at heart, the advice they give you is not always the best. Not that it's through any fault of their own. They've been fed these misleading quotes and pieces of what they consider knowledge ever since they were little and have grown to consider it fact, which really does more harm than good. Fair warning, snowflakes, we're about to tear down all those quotes you've proudly been sharing. So, if you're easily offendable, guess what? The world doesn't care and we don't either. For those of you still watching, everything should be taken with a grain of salt. There are no universal truths and everything is questionable.
Yo, my guy, bro, is in the house, yo. Bro, I just spoke you up, bro. I was telling them how I stole this information from bro. My God, bro.
The meaning and application of these changes based on your situation, your environment, your upbringing, and yes, even your race, religion, and mindset. With that said, here are 15 pieces of generally acceptable dumb advice we've noticed floating around. Number 1, be yourself.
Exactly, guys. We done went over that millions and millions of times on this channel, yo. That is dumb. That is dumb. Be yourself is dumb, guys. And y'all be like, what you saying? What you mean, Mr. Goodbread? You always tell us just be yourself. Be the best version of you. Try to be the best version of you. Don't always remain. Be better than who you were today, yesterday. You know what I mean? Always try to be better than the person you were. That's what that means. It got a little twist to it, got a little kick to it. You know what I mean?
This is the worst advice you can give some people. What the hell does it even mean? You shouldn't be yourself. You should always try to be the best possible version of yourself, which is totally different. Before anything else, you need to find yourself. This takes time and a ton of effort. You need to be aware of what makes you you. What makes you happy? What doesn't? What are your passions? What are your goals? What are your expectations in life? What is your current reality? And what do you want your future reality to be like? Just saying be yourself assumes that one is enough just as one is, and the world.
Exactly, guys. For instance, for those of us raising kids, that's a toxic belief system you instilling in them, talking about be yourself when they look to you for guidance. You know what I mean? That's why it's important for you to know how to become a great leader, dads. Because be yourself, you don't never want to tell that to your little man or your little girl. You always want to tell them to be the greatest, be better than you, be better than them, be, you know what I mean, be better than who they were. Always push them to try to be the best they can be. Be yourself seems so lazy, like just who you are is you're good, you're good just like that. And no, you don't want to start having them believe that they're good just like that. They're just good for living because they're born, because they look like you. They're great. Like no, that's a lie in the crab leg, and that's toxic. That's how you, that's how you grow the entitlement. You know what I mean? Then when your kid get outside and see motherfuckers is out there being themselves times 10, and he can't compete, she can't compete, now she start that depression shit. He start the depression shit. You know what I mean? So again, keep in mind, simps, modern women, fix your shit. Fix your shit, bro. Stop telling people this shit. Stop posting shit. Stop spreading these dumb shits, these dumb beliefs around.
World should not only accept your current state, but somehow reward you for it. Once you find who you are really and who you want to be that. Number two, if you work hard, you can achieve anything. We've
Now that's a whole fact too, guys. Everything that you about to hear, you're gonna be able to question it, but then when you really look at it, you're gonna be like, oh, all right, it makes sense. Because it's steps. It's steps. People in the black community just throw these things out there like if it's that easy and don't tell you the extra step that it's gonna take to really execute their quote, their comment. You know what I mean? You can't tell somebody they could be whatever they want to be and then remove the tools that they gonna need to use to be that. You get what I'm saying? And that's what happens a lot in the black community, because when you don't have an answer for something and you a know-it-all, you'll just make some dumb shit up and just tell it and spread it. And then you'll get a monkey see, monkey doer who's not thinking for themselves, taking that belief, and now they believe it too, and now they're spreading. And before you know it, it's just a bunch of bullshit spread it.
said it before. If hard work was the only factor when it comes to success, the world would be run by coal miners or the people hunting crabs on that TV show. Hard work is important, but sorry to say this, it ain't enough.
And that's a fact, guys. The my community got some of the most hardest working people. My mom's ever, my mom's generation, my mom's period. She one of the most hardest working people I ever seen in my life, bro. Word to my mother. It's a damn shame. I wake up every morning and I try my hardest to make sure Mrs. Goodbread don't ever have to work that hard. Cause ain't no women supposed to work that hard. Like, why work that hard, mama? Mama love, why the fuck did you work that hard, mama love? And don't miss me with the, cause you had to survive. No, 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 mama love. No, 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 no. Cause y'all, a lot of sisters be out here trying to play with that. Oh, because you got to. No, yeah, yeah, but no, y'all be going the extra mile. She goes the extra mile, guys. This is the only person I know with about 196 sick days and ain't using them. She will not use 1 hour. Not use 1 hour, yo. You know what I mean? So it's like, no, she ain't had time to learn this type of information. She had time to run those hours up. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, that is not what God wanted for the women to do. You know what I mean? Good thing I went to him. Good thing I stepped to God myself to get the knowledge and get the upbringing and get the teaching, because my mom, she had other plans. She had the feminist plans. You know what I mean? Nice lady, love the lady, yo. Yeah, I seen it. She came on the panel. Y'all got to go back to that birthday live that we did with Dirty and Mrs. Goodbread. But yeah, yo, real cool lady, you know what I mean?
In order to be successful in life, you need to master a variety of skills. You need a certain level of education regarding your field. You need to have strong social skills. You need to have an edge or competitive advantage, a strong but achievable goal, good managerial skills, and the ability to adapt to ever changing situations. Once you have all that, hard work comes.
All right, yo. She said all that, but guys, there's really three things that you tie in with hard work. All right, and this is why I tell you, y'all, if you working hard and not really getting the results you want, and you just really working hard to where you exerting yourself, then now you're starting to work from. It's a thin line between working hard and working dumb. You hear the expression "work smarter, not harder"? That's why that expression was made. Because if you're working harder, then it's probably you're using the wrong tools or you're not equipped. You got to go back and re-educate yourself so that you can see where you're going wrong at. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, a lot of us do this YouTube shit, right? We just jump out of there because we got to just start uploading videos, right? But it ain't until after a couple of times you don't get the results that you want from uploading videos, that you go back in and you start doing your research to see the SEO and what does this mean and how do you do this. And then when you start doing more of the education, you know what I mean? Say everything is education. You can educate your way out of any situation. You don't ever feel like a victim, bro. You just get to the education. 10,000 hours at your field, and you good at. You don't need a college degree. If you put 10,000 solid hours in whatever it is you planning to do, you that equals that 4-year master's degree, bro. You know what I mean? You start reading the Bible, bro, and shit. One page in the Bible is about fucking 2 months of real life living. Maybe even more than that.
Into play. Blindly following the mantra of hard work will get you anything will help you move forward, but it gives you no direction. Most of the time, being smart about it will yield a way better result in the long run. Number 3, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Really? What doesn't kill you may.
We know that that's a lie, guys. We know that that's a lie, bro. If I hit you in your head with a stick 19 times, bro, you going down, bro. You going down. Ain't nothing strong gonna happen with you, bro. And you ain't getting stronger, bro, if I keep busting you in your head with a pole, bro. You ain't getting stronger. So that's a lie. It's a whole lie. And again, that's just an excuse that the boomers gave us for failure, to explain failure. Instead of explaining the failure to us and explain, because in explaining the failure to us, you got to give us the answer now. You got to give us the answer. You just can't always explain how we failed and not be able to tell us how we went wrong. But see, these boomers, they ain't have no answers for us. So they just told us some dumb shit, you know what I mean? And that's just being real.
Leave you paralyzed for life, barely alive. Not only could it ruin your life, but it could affect the lives of those around you. By this, people usually mean that failure should not stop you from trying again. But please remember that although your desire might be unlimited, your finances, the years you have in your life, your physical body, and the stress levels you can endure are limited. You only get a couple of shots in your life, so you might want, again, to be smart about it. Why put yourself in a situation that might, metaphorically, kill you when you can do better? People who say this are weak and point out what lessons you should learn from the disaster that happened into your life because they're not the ones dealing with it firsthand. You'll never hear someone who lost a child tell another couple who's been through the same tragedy that they're now stronger. Number
That is a fact too. A-Lux, yo, you spot on with that one, sis. Word up. Salute to A-Lux. Y'all already know. Y'all guys, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And those of you that's watching from Facebook, I haven't been live from Facebook in a minute. Y'all better bring y'all ass on over to the channel and subscribe and come join the chat. You know what I mean? And tell a friend to tell a friend, guys, yo. I told y'all I may not be the best just yet, but I'm the realest. I am the hands down number one, the realest person doing it, yo. The best kept secret. But y'all already know what time it is.
4. Everything happens for a reason. What a load of bullshit. People
Thank you, A-Lux. I'd rather you say it than I say it. Everything happened for a reason. Like if God is that mysterious, you know, that's what they also say it like that too. God works in mysterious ways. No, he do not, yo. Why y'all don't want to take accountability, bro? That shit happened because you did something to make it happen, whether bad or good. You know what I mean? The same way y'all thank God for y'all for when y'all get money. You know what I mean? Or when y'all get the boyfriend, when y'all get the man, when y'all get the marriage, the relationship, same way y'all thinking for that. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. It's the same cause and effect. You know what I mean? So when you paying your consequences, you say thank you. You know what I mean? I know I fucked up and I deserve it. Now, let's not get out of it. Let's not try to run and duck. You know what I mean? Accountability dodgeball with him. You can't and y'all well see, I already know y'all been playing accountability dodgeball with God, with even him. Modern women don't give a fuck. Simps, modern women, they don't give a fuck. They don't believe in God and know how. They don't. I told y'all niggas, these niggas don't believe in Candace, God, and water. That's the three things the black community they don't trust. They don't trust Candace Owens, H2O, and the Bible. They don't fuck with that. They don't like God. They worship anything else other than them three things right there.
who say this have it completely backwards. Things don't just happen. Things happen because you or an external force makes them happen. It's physics. Once you understand cause and effect, you stop looking for meaning in every single thing. Life is chaos. We live in a world that we ourselves, as a species, created. And over a long period of time, we've added rules, built structures, developed cultures, myths, and ways of doing things. Unfortunately, this is not what most people want to hear. The world doesn't care about you as an individual unless you make it care. The world can go on just fine without you. Even the mightiest individuals could have been replaced and the earth would still keep on spinning. Do you understand how selfish and self centered you have to be to think that on the planet of almost 8 billion people, somehow you've been born under a special star and there's a special path for you? I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but that's not the case.
God damn, A-Lux, who did it, A-Lux? Who the fuck did it, A-Lux? Cause you on your shit today. You cold as ice today, yo. But you dead right, and you talking the truth. The truth is our love language. So continue. Go on now.
That's what Hollywood did to you. Everyone thinks they're the lead in a movie and they're just the extras. But that's okay. You can live a happy and fulfilling life as an extra. But if you're tired of being an extra, start writing a new script and make it a good one.
That's a fact. How you gonna want to be the star of the movie and you don't want to do no work? You don't want to build. You don't want to help. You don't want to team with the bros. You don't want to help the sisters out. You don't want to raise the kids up right. You just want everything to be about you. You make everything about you. You ain't trying to help nobody. You do know the key to happiness is giving, right? You're not truly happy until you see the results of something you gave away to somebody. You see somebody benefit from something you gave away, whether that be money, information, time. You know what I mean, guys? Wink, 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 wink. You know what I mean? The more you play this I don't care games, the more you're gonna be unhappy, yo. That's why people poor, because they don't care, so called.
Number 5, just wait and let love happen to you.
Uh-huh. It's a lot of girls waiting and letting love happen to them right now, yo. They done waited and waited and waited and waited and waited. It's over now. It's over now. When you're a female, your window of opportunity closes, yo. Don't you can run around here and listen to these dating coaches that age a little bit better than y'all. You know what I mean? Black don't crack, but it do expand. Remember that. Remember that. You know what I mean? We done normalized fat shit. You know what I mean? We done normalized fat now. But that shit ain't right. Us real niggas ain't going for it. We ain't going. We don't subscribe to that. I mean, keep in mind, fellas, it don't matter. You don't be brick house big, but it don't matter, fellas. You the prize, big or not. You as a man, you being born a man makes you the prize, bro. You are a asset to our community, to our society, big or not. You know what I mean? So don't let them try to shame you into their game, bro. You know what I mean? Our beauty don't come in our looks. Our beauty come in our pockets and our mindset. All right, don't let them fool you, bro. But now you big bitches, y'all better get to the gym. You big bitches, y'all better get to the gym. I better start seeing some collarbones run around in this black community now. You know what I mean? Or y'all just gonna be sitting around waiting for love to just happen. You know what I mean?
Oh, please, this needs to stop. We are tired of people who refuse to leave their homes, complaining about not meeting that special someone. We've got news for you. Unless he or she is the one delivering the pizza to your doorstep, it's not going to happen. But Alux, it's not that I'm not open to meeting new people.
But Lux, I fell for the trick. Social media was designed to keep y'all niggas lonely and in the house and dumbed out and controlled. That's why we tell y'all all the time, log the fuck off, go outside. It's people outside. The people is outside. Meet these people face to face. Get off a line. Log off, bro. If you ain't on these channels, these educational channels, you know what I mean? You guys keep your entertainment ones. You know what I mean? You gotta have a little bit of entertainment. You know what I mean? But treat it like dessert. Don't make it your full course meal, cause you will get sick. You will get sick. You will start red pill raging. You will start to have your heart will start darkening and harden, and then you all fucked up. Then you is no good. You is no use to the bros, to our father, to nobody. You know what I mean? So take in the entertainment lightly. You know what I mean? But when you got these educational channels, keep these educational channels, and the rest of this shit throw away, man. Get up offline.
People. It's just that I have such high standards that nobody meets them and I just don't want to settle. Let me drop some knowledge on you. If everyone around you is below your standards, you're either in the wrong place or you're in the right place and just don't know it. Do you know how many women say they're holding off for a guy who's at least 6 foot tall, has a brand new car and a cool penthouse apartment, is super successful, loves dogs, and has a six-pack? Well,
Yo, Alux is not playing with y'all chicks today, boy. I gotta play this back. Alux, damn, Alux, you, Alux, Alux on her Candace Owens shit tonight, yo. Go ahead, Alux.
just that I have such high standards that nobody meets them and I just don't want to settle. Let me drop some knowledge on you. If everyone around you is below your standards, you're either in the wrong place or you're in the right place and just don't know it. Do you know how many women say they're holding off for a guy who's at least 6 foot tall, has a brand new car and a cool penthouse apartment, is super successful, loves dogs, and has a six-pack? While they themselves only bring a shitty Spotify playlist and some student debt to the table? Come on, ladies, smarten up. That applies to guys also. Stop thinking that you're going to bang a Victoria's Secret model when you still work at Target. Let me break this down for you and just listen up, because this might change your life. You can't have high expectations of someone else without having them at least as high about yourself. Want to date someone in great shape? Get in shape yourself. Want to date someone who's successful? Become successful yourself. Experiment, get out, try new things, meet new people. Otherwise, at some point, you'll just have to settle for whatever is available. Number 6.
Damn, Alux, man. Hold on, Alux.
You dirty bitch! Look what you've done to my peonies!
They're marigolds.
Good God, I think she's right. They are marigolds.
I may not know my flowers, but I know a bitch when I see one!
I gotta cool you down real quick, man. You not playing. You giving everybody this work, yo. You giving everybody this work today. Now that's more like it, my sister. See, that's what I be talking about, yo. I'm rubbing off on you too, sis.
6. Do what you love. If there's one piece of advice people always like to give, it's, oh, just do what you love. This is terrible advice, at least early on in your life or career.
I tell y'all that all of the time, man. Stop doing what you love. Do what get you the money. Do what get you the money. And hope that that's something you love. But do what get you the money, bro. This is the information that they do not want you to know. You know what I mean? So don't fight it. Don't fight it. You know what I mean? I know you was raised off the opposite of this shit. You know what I mean? And that's why you're poor. Wink, wink, hint, hint. I'm not talking down. I'm just speaking up. I'm just speaking up. I do not dig in cat boxes and I do not dig in cat litter, bro. I don't do that. So, you know what I mean? And my mama black and I'm black. But I that don't mean that I want to dig in no cat litter and no cat box. This is the information that'll keep you from acting like you're a victim. This is the information that'll keep you from blaming the white man, your mother, your father. This is the information that you can take in, self-made, and make yourself great. No cap, no crab leg.
And let me explain why. Early on, you shouldn't do what you love. You should do what gets you paid. If you're passionate about painting and feel that this is what makes you complete, that is awesome. You've got a great hobby. Early on, you'll find yourself in the position having to pay rent, get a mortgage, fill up the gas tank in your car, and suddenly your passion isn't enough. Don't get us wrong, it is very important to know what makes you complete, what your passions are, and what would make you happy. But in order to make that possible, you need two things. First, take care of the basics. That means to no longer have to worry about your existence. Your bills are taken care of, and your family is taken care of. The last thing you'd want to do is for your child to be hospitalized, and you trying to pay for his hospitalization with mud clay pots, because that's what you're into. Like it or not, the world runs on money. Get enough of it, and you're safe. Second thing is, you need resources to put into your passion to see a return.
Exactly. Is this why they teach y'all to hate success? Is this why they teach y'all to hate money? You know what I mean? Ain't nowhere in the Bible God say that you got to be dead poor. You got to walk around here in poverty and shit. Ain't nowhere in the Bible do God say you got to hate money. He said you got to hate the love of money. And it's funny how the people that are try to tell you not to get money is worshiping money God. They the ones worshiping the money God. They're the ones that they just start mentioning that shit. They run that line when you get a little bit ahead of them. When you start to get the knowledge that puts you a little bit ahead of them, that's when they want to run that. You know what I mean? That, oh, be humble, because God could take everything that he get. No, he ain't. Because that's why he gave it to me. Because I was doing something right. See, you got to stay away from these limited nigga NGA mindsets. Stay away from them NGA mindsets because, like I said, they all programmed off the same foolishness. And it's a crab in the barrel mentality, a limiting belief system. It's the blame game instead of the risk game.
Greater than, it just makes you feel good. When I say resources, I'm talking about both money and time. If your passion is music and you want to put this passion of yours to work, then you need both the time to study and practice, along with enough money to buy yourself the gear, and all this is needed. Believe it or not, passions are expensive. It seems today that every business asks their workers to be passionate about whatever it is they're doing, but that takes away from the merits of actual hard work. How can someone be passionate about carpet cleaning or making a foot-long sub? You can do what you love, but you gotta do a lot of other shit before you can reach that point if you want it to be sustainable. Number 7, good things come to.
You see what I mean? So you can go right into doing what you love. You can go right into doing what you love, but you're going to end up hating it. And it's going to be cheap. You're going to sell yourself cheap when you can work the annoying tasks and the annoying jobs that pay a little more, that pay, you know what I mean? It might not be what you're passionate about, but before you know it, you'll be able to own your own business. And now, what you originally set out to do is accomplished. See how that works? But you got to have an abundant mindset. You can't have the scarcity mindset.
Those who wait. How many times we gotta say it? Nobody owes you anything. Nobody's coming to bring you that something you think you deserve, but
Now we got 7 down, yo. So far, 7 out of 16. How many of these shits so far did you guys hear coming up, being raised? And how many of these shits did you really take in and hold and believe as if it was the Bible? You get what I mean? Now do we understand why the community is so fucked up and it's so unbalanced and it's so undereducated? You know what I mean? Because the education is twisted. So now everybody's operating off of feelings and emotions. And we all know what happened with that. There's no logic in that.
never earned. Good things don't come to those who wait. The good things are earned by those who get up every single morning, invest in themselves along the way, and through hard work, they position themselves in the right way so they get the rewards they want. What's with all this entitlement? Why do people believe that all you have to do is wait? What kind of illusionary environment have these people been raised in? If you're not the one who's going to do it, don't expect the rewards from it. You earn the things you want. You don't look for handouts. Some rewards might take longer to be achieved, but it's not the time that's going to get it for you, but the effort. And the fact that you keep pushing for that amount is what qualifies you for such a reward. Number 8. Time heals all wounds.
That's a big load of crap if I never saw it myself.
No, please never say this to anyone going through deep emotional pain because it doesn't. This might work when your high school crush friend zoned you, but that's not what the real world is like. Some things scar you for life, and you just have to learn to live with the pain. Go ahead. Tell a couple that's just lost their 14-year-old son to leukemia that time will heal their wound. Nothing heals that. The hole will be inside you until you die. You just have to learn to live with that pain. There are some things that do permanent damage to you, and you need to be aware of that. People who throw around this kind of advice are ignorant to the pain someone else is going through. Don't be one of those people. Number 9. Always follow your heart.
All right, you follow your heart if you want to. This is why a lot of the women right now trapped with 3 and 4 babies, bro. And mad right now, mad as hell, because they done popped it off without reading that book, that basic instructions, or without going to therapy, or without checking down with a nigga. They done popped it off, guys, because they followed their heart. You follow your heart if you want to, yo. The heart is a fool, bro. You always follow your mind, bro. But you gotta educate your mind first. Educate your mind first.
First off, that makes no sense whatsoever. What people mean by follow your heart is either follow your passion, which we've already debunked above, or follow what your gut tells you is the right thing. Let's debunk that second one once and for all. In business and in life, your gut can be an incredible tool. It's that edge that someone pushes you to take a risk against the grain for a bigger reward. But your gut needs to be trained. You need to flex that muscle a lot until you can rely on it. Remember how stupid you were when you were a kid? How about 10 years ago? Do the actions of the heart still make sense now that you've acquired more knowledge? Probably not. You look back at yourself and you think, oh, geez, how stupid was I? When it comes to life, you need to do what will get you closer to the place you want to be in. Your heart might tell you to throw it all away, for your brain to make you realize what you've done after the case is closed. Your heart is stupid. Use your brain. Number 10. You're so young, you have all the time in the world.
Now, if you ever had a little personal one-on-one with me and my youngins, my young guys, you know what I mean? Y'all know this is the first thing that I tell you guys. I say that, yo, you got time, but not really. You know what I mean? If y'all ever spoke with me on a private tip, one-on-one tip, I always talk to y'all about this concept right here. This is the most important concept I need my young guys to take from the video. And my real women that's raising kids, or my ladies that have nieces and nephews, pull this piece, this part right here, and you relate this to them. Again, when I come on this panel, y'all call it bashing, right? Women to say that it's bashing, but it's not bashing, guys. It's like I said, it's truth telling and it's informative information. We need the young generation to get to the information like this, guys. The young generation is seeing the women make the rules, break the rules, and nobody check the women for the rules that they break. You know what I mean? Now, how many young kids that didn't see this video is getting taught and fed these lies right now? Or we up to 10. How many young kids is getting fed all 10 previous 10 of the bullshits to keep the cycle and the generational curse going, guys? Think about it. This is why it's important for us to speak up. This is why I will not stop, because the young generation need to get to this information so then they can look over at their moms. This is why the modern women and the hell of a mothers, they go so hard to try to debunk these truths and try to bury these truths in their cat box. Because God forbid if these truths got out to the people that they program, like the Simps, like their kids, they'll look bad. They'll look ashamed. And then that comfort and that high horse, that high chair that they sit on, the entitlement chair, it'll crumble. So it's important we call these truths out and get it, shop it, push it around the world, around the globe, so that as many young guys can get to the information as possible, especially you guys that don't have kids yet. You know what I mean? Because you guys are not, y'all not changed, y'all not tied to nothing. You know what I mean? Y'all free agents in this Mgtow game right here. You know what I mean?
That's false. You have a limited amount of time to figure out your life and then get busy working toward whatever you decide is a worthy goal. People who give this advice are those who have used it themselves, and look how they ended up. It's usually the people who postpone important but difficult tasks in favor of short.
Yo, salute to my guy Convos with Kenyatta, one of the dopest up and coming YouTubers like myself. I'm a nobody still, but you know what I mean, I got a little audience, and y'all know how I am, guys. I'm for the bros. The brother, dope, yo. He got short form pieces of content, and he funny as hell. He truthful as hell. Yo, he one of us, guys. Like, believe it or not, he also be in the Facebook war over there fighting with the Simps and the modern woman too. So he be holding us down, yo. He be holding us down in the low. You know what I mean? Again, like all of us, we don't agree on every single thing. We don't kiss ass. You know what I mean? But our goal is the same thing. Same thing. Call it out. We don't talk down. We speak up. Salute, brothers. Salute. Welcome to class.
Short-term pleasure. Why study and read business books when you can hang out at the pub and watch the game 4 days a week and, weekends as well, because even God rested on weekends? Assuming an individual reaches the age of 20, he's got around 40 years to make sense of everything. That's all 40 years. It might sound like a lot, but it really isn't. Between 20 and 30 is your learn as much phase and take big risks. This is when you've got the most freedom. You can survive on low income and pursue long shots. If you're smart about it and you position yourself right in your 20s, you've got a great future ahead of you in your 30s. Between 30 and 40 is when you start building a family. The second the first child comes, your ability to take risks decreases drastically. You want to play it safe, just to provide for your
Now, I ain't gonna hold you guys. I was getting money in my 20s. I did it like this, guys. I kind of did it like this. I didn't have my daughter till I didn't have my daughter till I was what, like 21, 22, something like that. But I wasn't just young and dumb, yo. No, I wasn't just young and dumb. I mean, I always was anti-society, bro. Always was anti-society for some reason. I knew I didn't want to be no slave. So I knew I did not want to have babies And I did not want to work for somebody. I did not want to be on nobody company policy, bro. Those are the two things those was my two main goals when I was 20. Those should be your two main goals right there. No babies and working on somebody's company policy to end up off of company policy completely. You know what I mean, guys?
Family. You start making compromises in order to maintain or slightly increase your earnings, but you'd never endanger the livelihood of your family.
And that's a fact. That's why you don't want to have these babies so when you're young, because that's your prime, bro. Now you can't take risks because now you got to take care of your family and you got to always be there for your family. Where when you could have took a risk, bro, you could have ran in that building for the $1 million before you had a baby. Now you can't. You know what I mean? You can't run in that building for the $1 million when you have kids, bro.
It might sound like a lot, but it really isn't. Between 20 and 30 is your learn as much phase and take big risks. This is when you've got the most freedom. You can survive on low income and pursue long shots. If you're smart about it and you position yourself right in your 20s, you've got a great future ahead of you in your 30s. Between 30 and 40 is when you start building a family. The second the first child comes, your ability to take risks decreases drastically. You want to play it safe just to provide for your family. You start making compromises in order to maintain or slightly increase your earnings, but you'd never endanger the livelihood of your family. Between 40 and 50, it's your coasting period. Life keeps moving forward and you're playing catch up. Technology is changing, trends are changing, the world becomes a scary place, and you just want to keep making sense of it all. Between 50 and 60, your children are maturing and ready to start the cycle all over again. You look back at your life and you've done well, but it's what you've done in those early years that made all the difference. The sooner you start, the better of a shot you've got at making it. If you want to learn more about how to manage your time and increase your chances of becoming rich, we've made a secret playlist with the best of our videos. We called it the Get Rich playlist, and you can check it out in the top right corner. Number 11. God never gives you a burden that you can't carry.
It's a fact. People always want to blame something on somebody, bro. And now they'll blame this on God, bro. No, no, no. Your decision making is what got that burden on your back. You know what I mean? Your evil ass spirit and mindset and outlook on life is why you see thick smoke and fog when you wake up. So cut it out. You know what I mean? Cut it out. Let's stop blaming God on shit, for shit, bro. God ain't give you nothing, bro. You gotta earn it.
We didn't want to bring God into this, whichever God you believe in, but we've heard this advice a lot, and we know that some of you have come across it. The world is not fair. Things don't happen for a reason. Things just happen. And you got to learn to live with them or call it quits. At the end of the day, it's your choice. You live in the real world where actions have consequences, and we're all a part of a tiny, continuously moving ecosystem. That's all there is to it. Nobody is testing you. The world just happens, and it's up to you how you respond to it. As for the all loving God's burden, what about the children that died of dehydration in Somalia last summer? Guess they could have carried that burden, they just didn't want to. Number 12. You need money to make money.
And that's a whole fact, bro. I hear a lot of parents tell their kids this, and this is false, bro. You don't need money. You just need time, yo. You just need time. You know what I mean? In fact, some of the greatest empires was built without a loan. You know what I mean? Because if you free your time up with just having time, you could work for something. You could work. You could use your time to work for money. Look, now you ain't get a handout. You used your time as the handout. Now you don't gotta pay nothing back. So you ahead of time and you ahead of cash when you do it that way. See? But we live in a society where people is just so used to cheating and the loans, and skipping and you know what I mean, skipping the hard work. So niggas get the loans, start the business, and don't even get no real profit for about 2-3 years. They be in the red. So you see, whereas if you would have did it from scratch with just your time, you would have been off to the races, getting hella bread from the start. You know what I mean? But they don't teach that in the black community. They teach the reverse. You can't. You need money to make money, and they say the shit real faithfully and passionate too. Like if they really know what the fuck they talking about, bro. You got to really hear these niggas, yo, when they talk. Stupid, yo.
Fiverr freelancers do all my social media marketing.
What the hell did I do? Some dumb shit. Yeah, sure did.
World where actions have consequences and we're all a part of a tiny, continuously moving ecosystem. That's all there is to it. Nobody is testing you. The world just happens, and it's up to you how you respond to it. As for the all loving God's burden, what about the children that died of dehydration in Somalia last summer? Guess they could have carried that burden, they just didn't want to. Number 12, you need money to make money. This is one thing all beginner entrepreneurs say to justify their failures. Any fool can make money if you give them enough money to begin with. There are certain investments that are stupidity proof. Example, high-end real estate. If you buy a building in the middle of Manhattan and just wait 10 years, congratulations, your investment just quadrupled in value. The real challenge is to make money when you don't have money. That's what makes or breaks entrepreneurs. We live in this age where people are so accustomed to using external investments to fuel their early days in the startup. It's even celebrated. We've got a friend who threw big parties after they secured a $250,000 investment from a VC fund. What they don't realize is that the second you take external money, that's your first failure. You have failed to grow this thing organically, and you need someone else to keep you afloat. Time is valuable. Use your time and knowledge to make yourself money early on. Then take that money and try to grow it until you have enough to make money using money alone.
That was well said right there, Alex. Perfectly said. Perfectly said. And that's what I mean, guys. You don't need money to make money. You just need time and effort.
Number 13, think positive thoughts and the universe will provide. People who say this kind of bullshit have only read one book, The Secret. It's a great book.
Got him. And that's a fact. Get out of here with that shit. Stop with that manifesting shit. Stop with that hashtag self-love, bro. Stop with that bullshit. Get the fuck up and do some work. Participate in the game. If you want the results that the other people are getting in this game called life, you gotta be a participant. You can't be no spectator and expect to get you a trophy. That's not how things work. All right? Now you can sit there and manifest everything you want because it sound good or your dumbass church taught you that. But that's all you're gonna do. You're gonna manifest poverty. Y'all manifesting poverty. Hashtag self-love poverty because y'all love it.
Sounds good. Doesn't work. The book implies that all you have to do is think positive thoughts. Those writers are some sneaky bastards. It's the same with the way God answers a prayer. Yes, no, not yet. The system is foolproof. If you think positive thoughts and nothing happens, you just stop thinking them and realize that this is all bullshit and you get back to work. If something does happen by chance, you immediately attribute it to your positive thoughts. First of all, the world works on action and reaction. You do this, then that happens. You work 1 hour, you get paid for 1 hour. You eat too much fast food, you get fat. You don't go out, then you don't meet new people. It's pretty basic stuff, guys. Having an optimistic view on life is okay, but it's not going to be enough, and you gotta realize that. Positive thoughts will not work unless you put in the work. No matter how many positive thoughts you send out into the universe, unless you stop shoving Big Mac after Big Mac into your mouth and start hitting the gym, you're not going to be fit. Number
So good, bro. When people say you gotta spend money to make money, it's mostly people online using that tactic to buy their exactly. It's the hip hop game. It's the rap game trick. This is the rap game trick, guys. Remember, this is how the rap game get their money. They have all y'all dudes buying into shit. Oh, you gotta pay this for that, and then we'll give you a press kit, or we'll give you an interview, or we'll put your video on here. And when you got 2 million people sending you their song and giving you that $50, bro, you the only one winning, bro. And ain't nobody getting no fucking record deal, bro. You see how that work? The only people making money is the people actually recording you because you booking sessions. You know what I mean? That's the only people making money in this hip hop music shit. The people that's making beats. The people that have a studio, that invested in a studio. You know what I mean? Those are the only ones. Not the rapper. The rapper is not making no money. The rapper is actually getting extorted. The rapper is spending more money than he's making. Off the hope and promise that when he get in the game and get a lump sum, he could pay back all the shit he done borrowed. That's how that work. That's how it work. They got him, yo. They got him. They be having niggas. It's an elaborate scheme, bro.
Number 14. We are all born equal. Sorry to burst your bubble, but we are not. This might be the harshest thing on this list, and the sooner you understand this, the sooner you can maximize the impact you can have.
That's a fact. We not all born equal, yo. Shadrach Robs, he white. KDH, he black. OKL, he Haitian. You know what I mean? My dad from Trinidad. We not all equal, bro. You know what I mean? Shit. Some of us was born in a nice neighborhood. Some of us was born in a bad neighborhood. You know what I mean? We're not all equal. And that's okay, guys. That's okay. It's not Shadrach's fault that he is what he is and was born how he was born. It's not my fault I was born how I was born. So why are we gonna buy in to this already programmed bullshit of hating our other brother or our other sister? You know what I mean? And that works the same way with the gender war. Our sister didn't pick to be here on this earth as a sister. You know what I mean? God did that. But God also told us to respect each other and respect our brothers, bro. You know what I mean? One nation formed. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, we're all from one nation. So let's stop playing games, yo. You know what I mean? But I tell y'all all the time, they'll complicate the shit out of some common sense, boy. They'll complicate the shit out of some common sense, yo. Because they know it all. They know every fucking thing. Or because I don't speak proper English, I'm not that perfect nigga. You know what I mean? Or I curse. Or I say the nigga word. How can you talk about God and you say the nigga word? You know what I mean? They'll find any excuse, yo. Anything. But fuck them.
We are not created equal. Based on thousands of years of history, some people have been more successful in life than others. They use their force and influence to further their own agendas and create a more thriving environment for themselves and their children. That's the reality. For hundreds of years, women have been seen as second-class citizens. Even today in Saudi Arabia, women are seen as inferior to men. Being a white man or a woman in America gives you a way better shot at having a successful life than being born in the outskirts of Delhi, India. Having both of your parents in your life, setting a good example and helping you become better is a major head start against someone who was raised by a single mother struggling to put food on the table. Not everyone has.
All right. And these are the facts. These are the facts. Why do we got to sit there and pretend or try to make things fair? If it's not fair, it's not fair. And we're going to move on and do our thing. We're not going to sit there and cry about shit not being fair. It is what the fuck it is, guys. So much time being wasted with this bullshit.
Has access to the same resources. Not everyone has access to the same education or healthcare. You need to understand the implications that come with you being born into a certain geography or a certain race. Being ignorant about it will do you no good, and once you're aware of the hard truth about the world you're living in, you'll be better off. The most important thing in the world to learn are the rules of the game. Once you do that, you can start winning. Number 15.
Exactly. You got to learn how to learn. That's the most important thing. I'll debate with you on that right there, Alux. The most important thing is learning how to learn.
15. Winners never quit and quitters never win. What makes or breaks any living organism is not their resilience, but their ability to adapt to ever-changing environments. This is why winners never quit is bad advice. The better version of it is winners continuously adapt and stay ahead of the curve. You'll find yourself in different situations in life where your ability to realize that a certain project is going nowhere could make the difference between living a successful life or ending up as a failure. Smart people understand that no matter how emotionally invested you are, you've got a better show at refocusing your resources and energy on something else than wasting them and keep hitting your head into the same wall over and over again. In startups, we've got the term pivoting, which means changing direction based on newfound information or newfound opportunities.
And this is a fact, guys. My rap team, to this day, they stuck on how quick I pivoted out of that rap shit into this Mr. Goodbread shit, bro. You know what I mean? In life, you gotta grow up. And you gotta be real with yourself, yo. You gotta be real with yourself at a point, yo. You know what I mean? Especially when it's something that you not naturally, when you know how you get those talents that you naturally do. Like charisma. I get that naturally. I can naturally get up here and talk to you guys and entertain you guys for hours, yo. I can do that off the rip. I can go to sleep, wake up. You know what I mean? I could have a whole show prepared for y'all. I could get on here and freestyle. It doesn't matter. I can do that. You know what I mean? Music always been that. I gotta put the extra hours in the studio. I gotta make sure, my shit was correct before I go jump on a song with my little bro. That little nigga a monster. Or before I jump on a song with one of my guys, cause they beasts. You know what I mean? They freestyle and shit. You know what I mean? I ain't no freestyler, you know what I mean? But they freestyle. I'm just all written. So I was always that type of musician, you know what I mean? And even though they say I was fire, you know what I mean? Y'all be saying I'm fire. You know what I mean? That's how I was. So it was always me putting in the extra work. So when I found something that, hey, I could just wake up and do, I made the pivot. You know what I mean? And people gotta deal with that. I mean, sometimes you gotta do that, guys. Y'all sit there, y'all waste, y'all got your whole family, y'all got a family now, y'all got kids, y'all got a girl, she investing and investing and investing. I mean, y'all be having good girls that y'all turn into 71% Liliths because y'all don't know how to lead, because y'all don't know how to make a pivot to bring back results to show her like, I'm not a dickhead, bro. You know what I mean? How many times you gonna fuck up her income tax money? Know what I mean? Trying to flip it. Know what I mean? Before she turned into a modern woman. We got to start talking about shit like that too, guys. Because I seen this situation. I've seen this. I've seen good women, real women, women, real women. Like some of the good breads, the good bread ladies that come into the chat, real women. I seen those type women get ruined, get done dirty. Yeah. I heard a hell of a son hit her with a whole sob story about his moms and this and that, because they always gonna use their hell of a mother. You know what I mean? She's always. This is why I talk about them so much, because no matter what story, no matter what happens, it's always gonna link back to that bitch, yo. I'm telling you. And y'all say I'm bashing, but I'm not bashing. It's gonna always link back to her, yo.
Nokia, the famous phone company, started as a Finnish paper mill that got things moving, then refocused on rubber products. Yeah, Nokia made tires and more. After the rubber business started to wobble, they moved into electronics with TVs, radios, and the famous cell phones. Their ability to see that the company was not doing well in a certain industry and to reinvent themselves in another is what made Nokia the titan that it was back in the day. The funny thing is, once they lost the ability to adapt, they lost the game. By the way, they're trying to make a comeback, but it's not going that well. We could go on for days, but this is a conversation. So let us know, Alexers, what's the worst advice you've ever received? Let us know down in the comments the bad advice that people have given you so far in life. And as always, we'll do our best to reply to the most interesting ones. And because you watched with us until the end, we'll debunk another piece of advice unsuccessful people love to throw around like confetti. Number 16, you should listen to your teachers, elders, and family. It's not that we have a direct problem with this. However, we do have a problem with the whole not questioning them part. Parents teach their children to be obedient without question of people who are in positions of authority or for whom they should have respect for. This is terrible.
This that NGA mindset right here, guys. Peep it. This the cat litter shit. This the cat litter garden right here. This is what they all programmed to do in them hoods. Yeah, yeah. We calling it like we see it today. Let me play that back. Get a fresh start on that one. It's no respect by default, guys. Absolutely no respect by default. They gotta earn it. I don't give a fuck.
It's not that we have a direct problem with this. However, we do have a problem with the whole not questioning them part. Parents teach their children to be obedient without question of people who are in positions of authority or for whom they should have respect for. This is terrible advice and does not develop the child the right way. Early on, you should question everything. Learn from your mistakes, from other people's mistakes. Learn from your successes and for other people's successes. But never accept anything just on the basis that it's how things are. These authority figures should be there to provide wisdom, not information. The teacher should teach you how to learn for yourself. The elders need to realize that the world has changed and their advice might not be the most useful. Any progress comes from someone who's willing to break through the norm. Teach yourself and your children to question everything. We know this was a long video and we truly hope you got some value out of it. If you've ever received any of these bad pieces of advice, please share this video on your Facebook or Twitter. It helps to spread awareness and maybe, just maybe, people will think twice before offering any unsolicited advice.
That's a fact, guys. That's a fact. Definitely share that. Share that video and let's get on into the proceedings this evening, guys. Y'all saw the thumbnail. The thumbnail was very, very clear, guys. I took this from a community tab post that did very good numbers. So I felt you guys wanted to talk about this topic today. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And then I had a lot of guys that was hitting me up like, how do you feel about these female dating coaches? And you know what I mean? So let's get straight on into some content, guys. You let me know how you feel about the female dating coaches. Some of you guys have already seen this. I did a YouTube short when it first dropped, but I decided to touch back on it. But this is the dating coaches. This is what the female dating coaches scene is looking like right now. And you know, God ain't asked these chicks to teach. You know what I mean? We're gonna get to the verses and all that in a minute. But just let's hear this sister out, you know what I mean? With her whole ungrateful ass. But let's hear this.
Introducing Wells Fargo Premier. Banking, lending, and investing designed around you.
They put this on my plate. I will not. No, I don't do what they do. I do what I do. I'm a leader. But I would never eat a plate that looked like this. They pay me $1 million to do that to myself. Oh my God! I deserve better than that. That's low vibration. And you took it.
Yo, this is what I mean by how these women stand on top of each other's shoulders, yo. You see how we over here inspiring each other. We motivating each other because men are awesome and men is real. You know what I mean? And we want to see each other do better. These women don't want to see each other do better, yo. Yeah, y'all saw how many of y'all saw period 2? Have y'all saw period 2 yet? Where me and Mrs. Goodbread broke down that little divorce situation between Cynthia Bailey and Kevin Hill, I think his name is. You seen how many females was thirsty for her to come back to be a housewife of Atlanta or whatever the fuck she is. But you know what I mean, she stepped away. She has stepped away to do the marriage thing and to do her God-given task, being a married woman, and the streets wanted her back. I mean, she eventually went back to the streets. They all go back to the streets. But It's sad and pitiful to see how many women don't want to see women happy, but they blame man for that. And it's the ideologies, guys. That's what we talking about. We touching on today why God don't want women to teach and why shit is fucked up, because they appointed women as the leaders of the black community. Our sisters is the leaders of the black community. Nobody can check them because it's bashing. As soon as you say something about them, it's bashing. As soon as you call them out, you're a race traitor. Oh, you don't protect the queen. You don't protect the queen. First of all, that's not my mother. Black women and modern women is not my mother. You know what I mean? My mother is Bernice. That's my mother. You know what I mean? And like I tell you ladies, you have a name. So when you hear me say modern woman, single mother, hell of a mother, you go jumping out the window like if I addressed you, then you just showing your hand. You're telling me what you're going through. Now I know 4th of July been passed. I don't understand why we hearing fireworks in October, bro, but only in the Bronx. Y'all hear that, yo? Can't make this up, guys. They must have had fireworks, buy one, get one free, guys. Hold on, let me pull up to the window for you guys. See if I can get a view for you. Oh hell yeah, we lit. Is that for the Yankees? Is the Yankees playing, guys? Is I missing something? Did they just do something? I don't know. But in any event, let's get back to the content. Only in the Bronx, B. Only in the Bronx.
I was like, I'm playing like that. I tell you what I want. You don't tell me what I want. So my thought process is if you can put it on my plate, but I don't have to eat it. I got the distance. I won't even look at it. That make you look bad. I'm a queen. Queen's plate from like. If we used to have two plates, we play together, and so who's royalty? They would say this person. I agree. That's a good way.
Yo, what in the stupid shit is that, guys? Like, if we put the two plays together and say who royalty, what do that got to do with anything? Even though she do look well put together, the teacher look well put together, but the two other ones on the side there, they look raggedy as all hell, B. Man, get back in the pool, man. But man hungry, and they had a cookout. It's cookout food. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't get it, guys. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. This is some real raggedy shit right here. This is why I tell you, they'll complicate the shit out of some common sense, yo.
This is serious though. Yeah, because there's a lot of people that just let people give them what they want them to have, and they accept it. And Storm is teaching me right now. Yeah. Cold Storm is teaching me don't accept what they put on your plate. Because I made my own plate today, so don't ever get it twisted. I know how to make my own plate, but when you allow somebody else to make your plate and you accept what they give you, that's the problem. That's what the lesson I was learning from my coach. She just.
Yo, look how she go follow, yo. Look how they go make the. You see that I just was telling you about how they take in this bullshit information and they take it into their system and they run around here with it and it spread and it spread and it spread. I know y'all thought I was bugging, like, yo, why the fuck he got us learning? Oh, we spent the whole hour in class and before we look how we tie it in, guys. You can't make this shit up, bro. But then they play like victims. They play like if we are bashing them when we're calling out the truth. It's the truth. The truth is what it is. It's no nice way to tell the truth unless you lie. You know what I mean? And we don't subscribe to that. Let's finish this, and I gotta play this back. The stupidity.
Said, get a little queenship about yourself, boo. Don't accept every plate that they give you. So this is my plate at 10 with the tea made for myself. Hey!
Checkers is about to mix and match it up.
And they sit there and promote it. They sit there and promote the stupidity, yo. Let's hear that again.
Any 2 checker burgers, chili dogs, spicy chicken, or crispy fish sandwiches for $5. Or mix and match 10 different ways. Add a small fry and 20-ounce drink for $3 more. Checkers mix and match deal. Pick any 2 for $5. Get Checkers delivered through our rewards app.
They put this on my plate. I will not. I don't do what they do. I do what I do. I'm a visionary. I'm a leader.
You see that little raggedy one? Did you see Auntie right there shaking her head, yo? She with the raggedy wig. Look at this raggedy thing with the red lipstick. Why do they do that, yo? Put on the reddest of lipsticks with the little rust. That's rust. We gonna call that rust hair hat. She got the half a moon part on the side. She got the side part on the hair hat. Lipstick on. This one got the raggedy head. She got the wet head. You know what I mean? She got the good hair though. I ain't gonna front. She paid some money for that hair. Wow, man. And this is the shit they pay money for. They pay money. They take your money, guys. Y'all be cash apping these hoes, and they go get their money to this other dumb bitch. They get their money to these dumb bitches. So look, this is why the women is winning, guys, because y'all go to these women panels to get y'all red pill information and cash app the women. Then y'all give y'all cash app y'all girls who end up going to give their money to these women. And this is why the game is the game. This is why everybody operating off the same game. You know what I mean?
I do what I do. I'm the visionary. I'm the leader. But I would never eat a plate that looked like this. You couldn't pay me $1 million to do that to myself. Oh my God. And I deserve better than that. That's low vibration. And you took it. I would have been like, I'm playing like that. I tell you what I want.
Yo, see, it could never be a Mr. Goodbread event, bro. Never be a Mr. Goodbread event, bitch. Y'all ass gonna get a sandwich next time, bitch. You gonna get one of them ham rolled up with the toothpicks in it, B. That's all you getting. That's ungrateful, yo. This is, this is why black women just look horrible, bro. And then the internet is here. And so, everything is on the internet. They just be looking crazy out here. We not supposed to say nothing. We not supposed, I'm a race trader. I'm a race trader, right? I'm a race trader. Slap the shit out one of y'all niggas, bro. Word up. This shit goofy.
Don't tell me what I want. So my thought process is if you put it on my plate, but I don't have to eat it, I got the distance. I won't even look at it and that make you look bad. I'm a queen. Queen's plate anyway. If we used to have two plates, we play together. And so who's royalty? They would say this person. I agree. That's a good way. This is serious about shit. Yeah, because there's a lot of people that just let people give them what they want them to have, and they accept it. And Storm is teaching me right now. Yeah. Coach Storm is teaching me don't accept what they put on your plate. Because I made my own plate today, so don't ever get it twisted. I know how to make my own plate, but when you allow somebody else to make your plate and you accept what they give you, that's the problem. That's what the lesson I was learning from my coach. She just said, get a little queenship about yourself, boo. Don't accept every plate that they give you. So this is my plate at 10 with the T made for myself.
An absolute goofball, yo. An absolute goofball, guys. And you know one thing about being a Goodbread.
You dirty bitch! Look what you've done to my peonies!
They're marigolds!
Good God, I think she's right. They are marigolds.
I may not know my flowers, but I know a bitch when I see one!
That's a whole fact. And that was a whole one right there. Absolutely. But guys, keep in mind, that was the young version. They come in all ages, guys. These women teachers come in all ages, guys. You can't make this shit up. Let's get into it. Now tuned into the Mr. and Mrs. Goodbread show. I'm your host, Mr. Goodbread. Now, guys, today we review and we react to a dating coach in her 50s telling women that they are still a prize. 50 and over is still a prize. All right, guys, y'all check out this intro, and when we come back, we get straight down to it and break this down.
Hello, my darling ladies. Crystal, your dating coach. Today's video, dating over 40, 50, 60. Age, my darlings, is just a number. I am over 50 and I feel young. I feel the same as I did when I was 20 or 30.
Now, why would you tell somebody that, man? Why? I hope your program is absolutely free of charge, bro. I hope you're not selling this information, man. Because this is robbery. This is false profit at best. This is Lilith passing young mama that apple, yo. So now do you see where the other lady that we just saw got it from? The previous generation. This stupidity is inherited from generations, guys. Generations. I tell you no lies, and I don't make this shit up. I just report on it.
I pretend the same things I did when I was 20 or 30 in the dating world.
All right, guys. For one, age is definitely a number. And unfortunately, this is that feel-good dating coach. This is that feel-good information that a lot of the women, they gravitate to because they can't bear the truth. So they look to what they like. And for some weird reason, people like this capitalize on those women's emotions and they play on their intelligence and they spread lies like this. It don't matter how you feel. You know what I mean? You could feel that you 50, but you feel like 20. But Father Time is undefeated. All right. So at the end of the day, you are not who you were 30 years ago. You know what I mean? You can feel like you are, but Father Time is undefeated. As for example, guys, if you look at the graph right here, this is a movie with Tom Cruise and the woman in the movie. If they was to do this movie, a remake of this movie, they could still use Tom Cruise, but I don't think they will use the woman that played her in the Kelly McGill. They will not use Kelly McGill's again. Absolutely not. Great point. Great point. Look at the facts, guys. Those are the facts. The Wall is undefeated. Undefeated. The movie again, they will renew it and use a much younger model, and that's just how it is. You know what I mean? So any dating coach telling you that age is not a number, that's a red flag. That's feel good information, and with feel good information, after a while it goes away, and you back to feeling away, and you back to spending more money.
A man has to still court me, picks me up at my home, picks up the check when we have a meal together or when we go out together. The only difference is, my darlings, is
it's sad, sis, because dudes your age that's trying to do all of that and court women and shit like that, pick women up. They trying to do that with younger women, lady. You did not age very well either, like, sis. You know what I mean? So cut it out, yo. You have the normal age pattern for a woman.
time. No time to waste. We don't have any time to waste. We are not.
I bet you don't. You done played your whole beautiful years. You you ain't got no. I bet you don't got no time to waste. You done played your whole life. Now you want to rush a nigga. Now you want to rush a real nigga. Now you want to rush a real nigga. Nigga. This lady crazy.
20 or 30. So when he says, I'm not sure if I want a relationship, I don't want to get married, maybe again, I'm thinking about my career, believe him. We're not going to force him or change him to wanting a relationship. No. We want a man who wants a relationship, who is looking for a serious relationship, a partner in his life. We're not going to convince any man to want a relationship with us or to want a serious relationship. No, we want to find a man who wants that in life.
All right, guys. A lot of women feel this way, but you know what? Y'all should have had this mindset at 30 years ago. You know what I mean? Everything she's saying is absolutely correct, but you should have had that mindset 30 years ago. But 30 years ago, this woman was focused on careers. She found every reason to not have to deal with a man. You know what I mean? Or she wasted a lot of her time with the wrong guy and not having the ability to move on. You know what I mean? For whatever the case may be, it's a little bit too late now to still keep this same mentality that you had when you're young. Clearly, guys, let's look at this graph. This is women fertility graph. The older women get, the fertility starts to crash. All right, and these is biologic. This is biologically. This is not a bash or nothing. These are just statistical facts. So again, women can feel that they're still young, but the actual look is not young. And we all know guys attract to looks. Guys age up. So, you know what I mean? As long as a guy is on his purpose and is on his hustle and he's taking care of his body, guys tend to, some weird reason, age upward. And they start to look better as they get older. You know what I mean? I haven't remembered the last time I heard any female call Jay-Z ugly. You know what I mean? There are exceptions to the rule when it comes to women. Because like I said, Whoopi Goldberg looked way better now than she did back in the days. But that's an exception. Those are very few. You know what I mean? The majority is not going to look exactly how they look or even close to how they look when they was in their prime years and when they had all the options. You know what I mean? Women tend to lose options when they get older. You know what I mean? And if you losing options and you're still keeping this mindset like you're the prize, that's where the loneliness is going to set in and soak in. Another thing, guys, these type of women that take this mindset, they tend to only become side chicks to rich dudes. The ones that look good, that one that still maintain to keep their look, you know what I mean? They end up only becoming side dudes to rich dudes because guys that have money and guys that are in a position to date a younger option, it's not going to take a woman serious. So that's a fact, guys. Like, you know what I mean? These women are gonna the career women, they become rich niggas side chicks, bro. And that's no crab legs. Statistics would show that, bro. They become side chicks for rich niggas because they don't have the mindset to where they date down. They don't want to date down now. Remember, they done collected everything out in the worldly world that a man is supposed to do while they off in the house doing their thing, maintaining their femininity and maintaining their appearance. You see how that works? So they trade their appearance and a career, you know what I mean? And they trade their family and an appearance and their appearance in for the bag. So when they finish, they end up with the bag and a whole lot of masculine traits and ugly. Let's keep it a buck. When they ready to get a nigga now, and on top of that, how can they date down when they make $100,000 a year? You know what I mean? So they end up around rich niggas who also make $100,000 a year, and they be the, you know what I mean? But those dudes dating younger. They're dating younger. You know what I mean? So those chicks, they don't know how to humble themselves, so they end up being side pieces for that dude. You know what I mean? For the alpha, for the rich alpha. And that's how that works. You know what I mean? And any female that traded in they family for their career and is sad and on YouTube tonight and wanna jump on here, just put a 1 in the chat and I'll drop the link and you can argue with me. If you could try to prove me wrong, you could try to prove me wrong. But I guarantee you are single, and if anything, you got dick appointments with dudes that's on your level, but they is not trying to bag you. They is not trying to maintain you in court. You know what I mean? At all. That's where it's gonna always bump heads. Cause like she said, women ain't got time to not know. They want to lock it down now. They want to do what they should have did 30 years ago. But men are just now starting to enter into their prime. So now men are starting to get more options, and that's where the problems come in at.
And do not try to convince him or chase him. So if you go out with a guy, a man, and maybe 2 or 3 days have passed by and he has not called you, you do not call him. You do not call him or send him a message. He wants to see.
Ain't it funny how the old now they're older and now they're in the position that most beta males and simps find themselves in position where dating coaches be telling y'all, yo, don't call them, don't double text, don't let them wait for her to hit you. Look her, she sounded just like that. It's the reverse now. You see how the shoe is on the other foot now. And that's sad. Yo, I wanna say I feel sorry for them, but I don't. You know what I mean? I love to be the bearer of bad news. I love that shit.
You. He has your number. He is a certain age now. He's not 19 or 29. He's a man, a grown man. He knows what he wants. So if he hasn't called you, he's not interested in you. No sense calling him, sending a message. No sense.
Yo, she like 60 years old and she gonna stop at he's not a boy, he's not 18, he's not 29. Bitch, you better up that ante. I know you not looking for no 30-year-old dude, bro. No 30-year-old dude messing with you, sis. Please stop playing, yo. Come on now. I know we in Gyno land where we get to make shit up as we go and live in the fantasy land. But this chick cannot be serious, yo.
Chasing him. No. Because you chase him. Yeah, you may get him. Okay, you send him a message, you call him. He's got nothing to do. He takes you out. But it's just a waste of time because he's not into you. He doesn't think of you as relationship material. And you're not going to convince him because you say, oh, well, I'm beautiful, I'm sexy. I'm going to make him a great meal. When we make love, he's going to go, crazy about me. No, that's not how it works. He knows what he wants.
You want
He
to hang
is
with the
40,
motherfucker with
50,
niggas,
60.
goddammit. Now the motherfucker dead. Fuck this son of a bitch. Fuck him, goddammit, and fuck anybody with his ass. Yeah. Y'all know the motherfucker ain't no good. You want look. All you motherfuckers been snitching for him and shit. Now you standing up in here, goddammit, talking about preach it, preacher, preach it, preacher. Fuck that nigga. Fuck that. I'm gonna shoot your ass too, motherfucker. Keep on.
Yo, she is off the hook.
He knows what he wants, and maybe you're not the woman for him. But, who cares?
Now, I find it very funny that she mentioned that key point right there. I got a lot of guys, young guys, that's telling me that's exactly what the women are doing to them at the age 20 to 30. So ain't it weird now that guys get to do it right back to the women that are older when the guys get older?
A lot of fish in the sea. There is a man you will go out with, and he will call you the next day or within 2 days and will ask you out on another date and let you know he wants a relationship. So what we don't have, my darlings, women over 40, is time. No time to waste. We date a man because he wants a relationship. We date a man because he wants to get married. We do not date just to date because we like dating. No. That's what we did when we were 20 or 30. Yeah. We dated. I dated a guy. If it was going to get serious, great. If not, okay. I'm dating. I'm having fun. I'm meeting men. I'm going out. But not over 40 or 50 or 60. We want to commit. We want to date a man who wants a relationship. But don't be desperate, my darlings. You don't have to be desperate. I mean, look at Halle Berry. Look at Jennifer Lopez. Look at Gwen Stefani, who recently got married. Okay, they're famous women.
And that's the problem, yo. These women, I told y'all, they compare their life. They live their life comparing it by, they make decisions in their life based off of other women's decisions in their life, knowing that we are not all equal. You see how that works? You see how that work? No matter how mainstream media want to make everybody into bots that think the same, act the same, look the same, we are not all equal. You know what I mean?
So look at me.
Shout outs to her, because now she's talking about the real thing now. See, and this is the problem. These regular women, average women, compare their self and compare their lifestyle to these celebrities. There you go. Boom. And you're not a celebrity. You don't have a glam squad keeping you up the par. You're not eating. You don't have a health team telling you the right things to eat so that you age differently and so that you know what I mean, preserve the way you age. But they swear to God that they these celebrities in their own mind. And that's the problem. That's the mental illness.
Over 50, not desperate. When I go out on a date, I'm not thinking, okay, what am I going to wear? Oh, I hope he likes me. Oh, what am I going to talk about? Yeah, okay. I want to, dress. I want to look nice, a little sexy. I want to have things to talk about. But I want that he has things to talk about. I'm hoping he will be an interesting person. Not if he will like me, if he will find me interesting. He must hope I find him interesting. Yes, you are not desperate, my darlings. It's because you are over 40, over 50, hitting 60. You are still a beautiful, attractive woman. Lots of men would love to go out with you, have a relationship with you, and yes, you can still get married after 40, after 50. So the only thing that
Look how she's selling them lies, boy. She's selling them lies, bro. I don't even know, yo. Somebody sent me this like with a big ass laughing emoji, like Goodbread Cook. I don't know this lady name, bro. The video was reaction to dating coach who claimed 40-plus-year-old women are still the prize.
changes, my darlings, is we don't have time. Do not waste your time with a man who, after a couple of dates, has not called you. After a couple of dates, sends you a message, but never calls. After a couple of dates, doesn't ask you out again. No. Next, we date someone else. We date someone else who wants a relationship with us.
Dad, you ain't tired of getting body counts, man? You ain't tired of getting bodies, yo? She probably about to have 2,000 bodies. She about to have 2,000 bodies. She about to have 2,000 bodies like old girl. Like the body girl.
Ciao for now, my darling ladies. Dating over 40. Nothing changes. We still have to be courted, pursued. He must chase us. The only thing that changes is our time. No time to waste. He is not into you. He is not calling you. He is not asking you out on a date. He's not letting you know he wants a relationship. Next.
Miss, that's what we saying. That's what we saying.
Next guy. Let the next man in your life.
That lady crazy, man. We gonna move right along, guys, because this is absolutely witchcraft right here. Absolutely witchcraft going on, guys. We gonna keep it moving. We gonna keep it flowing. Guys, we reached that point in the video where it's the halfway point where I like to ask that you guys share the live on your social media platforms, all of them. You know what I mean? I know Instagram is a bum, but don't worry about the gram. But if you got Facebook, share it on Facebook, share it in your Facebook groups. Those of y'all looking at from Facebook, come on over to YouTube, like, subscribe. Also, guys, pick 3 people that this topic fit best to share in your phone contact list. Do that now while we take a little break, and we'll be right back with some more content. And we're gonna go into this Gabrielle Union and this motherfucking Jada Pinkett Spirit. because they definitely have a wicked spirit, a devilish spirit, and they not supposed to be leading a household. But again, it start with a man. They got a weak king. They got an Ahab. They got a King Ahab at the helm. So these two women are quarterbacking. You know what I mean? And that's the last thing you want to do. God ain't asked no woman to quarterback. He ain't asked no woman to teach. He ain't asked no woman to hold authority over no man. You know what I mean? So if you a man and you out here giving the woman the authority, then you's a fool. And you gonna suffer just like she will. You know what I mean? But all right, guys, go ahead, share the live. We'll be right back.
I don't even know what we even would see in the white girl, brothers. Hands down, the black woman is the most beautiful species on the face of the planet Earth. There ain't nothing on earth better than a black woman. And you should take pride in being the queen of the planet Earth. You should take pride in being the mother of civilization. You should love yourself so much. Once you learn that the mother is the first nurse, the mother is the first teacher, the mother is the first doctor. Once you learn, black woman, that you are the queen of the planet Earth, that you are the second self, not of man, but the second self of God, that you are the womb of man. That's why we call you woman. Once you learn that about yourself, your value should be so high, sister, that you stop giving people discounts. See, if you really knew who you were, black woman, you come on off that clearance rack and get back behind the glass where all the real valuable stuff is at. If you really knew your value, then you wouldn't have to show your behind. You would have your mind on display.
Let's get it, guys. I'm about to say, where them tomatoes at, yo? Salute, shout it, right? Where those tomatoes at, man? Word, y'all. New guys. Y'all missed the introduction in the beginning. Whenever you see that clip, we tomato in that, guys. We tomato in that. You know what I mean? So I'm going to be flashing that clip throughout the live. You know what I mean? And as soon as you see it, we tomato in that clip. All right, let's finish. Let's get on into the content. We going to talk about who the women worshiping right now. These is who our sisters is worshiping. You know what I mean? This is why we can't get through to them. You know what I mean? They running from God.
I honestly believe Jesus was one of the most toxic relationships I've ever had in the entirety of my life.
You shouldn't keep your magic in the dark. Like, this is your soul. You need to share it to the world.
Let it rain on me now. So be it. So it is.
The bitch said, you just can't keep your magic in the dark. You know what I mean? This is that black girl magic shit right here, guys. This is the black girl magic shit right here. Peep game. And stick around, because I got the biblical connection, guys. Because, there's a biblical demon associated with this. Is my dude B Turner in the house? I know my boy B Turner. He from New Orleans. So we gonna get deep. We gonna get deep. Know what I mean? It's Friday. About to be Saturday. We ain't going nowhere.
I was a super Christian. I was raised in the church. I was a worship leader. I'm like singing all over the place and touring over here and crying out to God. How many times have I prayed to Jesus to show up for things that were actually needed and he didn't show up? So
sorry, yo, he didn't show up because that's not your God. You know what I mean? You can't take shit partying gifts from the devil and then want to pray to God. Like, that's not how that works. And way too many people play with my son like that. Way too many people play with my son like that. Y'all can't play with God like that. Y'all can't play with God like that. He a jealous man, bro. He a jealous man. You can't run around here talking about you hate man or you don't need no man and you were made for a man and then turn around and expect God to fuck with you. Are you dumb? God represent the father. God represent the man.
I was a super Christian. I was raised in the church.
I was a worship leader. I'm like singing all over the place and touring over here and crying out to God. How many times have I prayed to Jesus to show up for things that were actually needed and he didn't show up?
Melissa Whetstone grew up as a preacher's kid, but 12 years ago, she left the church. She says the community felt toxic and she didn't feel a personal connection to Jesus.
Hi, how are you? I need the frankincense and myrrh I see is here.
She eventually discovered Lukumi, a religion that was brought to Cuba by enslaved West Africans.
It's just a beautiful thing to be a part of. It's a beautiful community spirit. You're learning and growing with other people. So I really love it.
Black folks have left the church in higher numbers over the last decade than ever before, and younger generations are even less likely to affiliate with the church. But many young people are still seeking spirituality, and some are reviving traditions.
This is why shit is getting crazier and crazier in the Black community, guys. Our leaders are removing themselves further and further from the God. When we all can agree that shit ain't been right since we was fucking with the God. When everybody was following the God, it seemed like we all was happy. You know what I mean?
From Africa and the Caribbean through practices that connect them with their ancestors.
This is my bovada or my altar. A few glasses of water. That's just for my specific ancestors who watch and look over me.
There you go. You see, I seen them project windows. I know project windows and gates and window guards when I see it. The most religious folks or the most foolish folks are the poorest, guys. Remember. They'll worship anything but the God, but the real God. You know what I mean? And poor and wonder why they poor.
Liquor that my uncle likes, gotta make sure he still get lit on the other side. I feed them, I talk to them, I spend time with them. Like, this is my place to be.
So can you talk about some of the differences in what you study now to what your relationship was with Christianity then? What are you getting out of Lukumi that
I
you
get
didn't
answers
find
to
in
my
the Christian
prayers.
church?
That I tell people that all the time. Like, when they're like, what's the difference? I'm like, because my prayers are answered. Like, that's one. When I come to my altar and I pray to my ancestors and I actually take my time to cry out, not only do I get responses, I get physical manifestations and answers.
You were born into...
They got that manifestation shit. This is why I ran the education before the entertainment today. So we can see how I did not lie. They're going to be mad at me, but I don't lie. They're going to call me everything, but they're not going to call me a liar.
To a household where your dad was a pastor?
Yes.
How is that relationship with him now, and how did your family react?
I'm the black sheep of my family. I love my family to death. They love me, but we don't see eye to eye. They're like, girl, you're going to hell, you're going to burn. And I'm like, if I was going to burn, I'm pretty sure we'll be burning together.
Ironically, it is often because of that kind of religious conservatism that people move out.
Dr. Yvonne Chareau studies African and indigenous religions.
A lot of these religions came to the United States after the Middle Passage, after the period of slavery. Like other immigrants, they bring their cultures and their religions. But because when they come to the United States, they're often met with hostility, they tended to be secretive.
Can you talk about the role that social media has played? Because especially if we're talking about the younger generation, they might not be as dedicated to being ordained and, kind of doing all these rituals. But if I go up and down my timeline, now everybody's a witch. Everybody's burning sage.
Prior to the turn of the 20th century, they utilized the internet.
Look at this devil, yo. Call me now. Call me now. Yeah, yo. How many of y'all mothers got by this lady right here, yo? This is Cleo the Psychic, guys. The world famous show. The Get Over.
or whatever media was available in order to be spiritual entrepreneurs. They would sell goods and services. They would treat clients and so forth. With the coming of the digital age, and in particular social media, I really feel like younger people are grabbing on to some of the digital trends where they can sort of brand themselves as practitioners. It's a kind of identity to be a part of this. So the internet and social media has certainly helped to popularize it. But I really do feel strongly that this is something of a movement in that young Black people, they are reaching back, they are recovering that which is ancestral, but they're doing it in their own way.
It's just like the alphabet community, guys. It's no rules. And this is why it's no freedom. Because you can't be free until you set the rules to freedom. This is why, guys. But we playing dumb. I'll let y'all tell it, though. I'll let y'all tell it. Oh, because have freedom and happiness and peace is different to everybody. Yeah, my ass, bro. People is not happy, bro. People run around here trying to figure it out. They stumbling over their own 2 feet. You know what I mean? Everybody bit the apple of knowledge. So everybody think they know better. They think they know it all. And they not ending up with the result that they getting, bro. That they not ending up with the results that they want.
So do you want to light the candles? Should we do that? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to actually carve my sigils in the candle because I have them here.
Majori is a 29-year-old fashion designer living in New York who practices witchcraft. She casts spells with a coven of other young witches.
We're making money jars. So we're adding different herbs that manifest prosperity, money, success. I feel like, Hollywood and like in the movies, they kind of like gave this idea that, magic was scary. And it's like, is this scary?
Here they go with this movie shit. There they go. Hollywood, and they watch too many movies. And you can tell these are some no man having chicks, bro. Because I hope y'all niggas don't be with weird chicks like this, bro. You know what I mean? You sleeping with chicks that do weird shit like this, bro, and you not on it, bro. That could be the death for you, bro. That's that Delilah shit right there, guys. You know what I mean? You gotta know what you're shorty up to at all times, bro. Even when you on your purpose, bro. You got to know that your shorty not making a fucking bomb, bro, back at the house. You know what I mean? Don't be nonchalant about your shit. Remember, she's part of your build, bro. Right? Don't you want to know where all your shit is at? Come on, man. But I tell you guys, pay attention, yo. Mgtow for now, guys. Mgtow, don't even fuck with these chicks, man. They crazy, bro. Mgtow for now. Go to God. Let him show you the way. You know what I mean? He'll show you. Maybe your way is getting a passport, getting the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Maybe your way is just to fall back, talk to him. Maybe he'll send you somewhere, and you'll find your virtuous woman. But for right now, definitely Mgtow and go the other way, bro. Don't conform. Remember, Mgtow is Romans 12 too, guys. My new subscribers, when you hear me say Mgtow, and you like, but he in a relationship, bro. That Mgtow mean not conforming, bro. So you could be in whatever the fuck you want, as long as you not conforming with the ways of this world. Romans 12:2, then you Mgtow, bro. You know what I mean? You're not conforming. You're not conforming with black culture, the hip hop culture, the shit that's ruining the next generation, guys.
It's not.
Would you consider this your religion as opposed to being Catholic?
Yes, definitely. Divination is my main form of like spiritual practice, but being Catholic too, it still like resonates and there's like some roots in there. I feel like Catholicism is extremely witchy. I mean, drinking the blood of Christ, I mean, the whole sacrament, that's a ritual. Like it is witchcraft. They just don't want to call it that. I just feel like
And I blame this on the church, and I blame this on the religion. The religion fucking the women up too, guys. Just like everything else, just like feminism, just like, and you know what's bad about it? This is why God ain't want no women to teach, because he know they're the biggest consumers of bullshit. Women are the biggest consumers of the foolishness. You know what I mean? I'm not saying men don't watch TV and that men don't follow behind the script too. But women, for one, it's more women than men. And women, for the majority, for the most part, consume way more of this garbage, bro. They watching the reality shows, the TVs, the news. You know what I mean? If my grandmother was alive to this day, she'd still be sucked into the news, bro. You can't watch nothing when them news TVs is on, when them news stations is on. Hindsight 2020, everything garbage, Grandma. Why you listening to that garbage? Why you letting that shit scare you up into making some dumbass decisions with us? You know what I mean?
Kind of need to get rid of that taboo mentality of like, this is something that is like evil or, you know, harmful, because it's not at all. It's the complete opposite of that.
Do you feel like in the last 5 to 10 years or so that is happening?
Because of social media, there's a huge surge of giving a light to the divination community and like witchcraft and everything. And people are now being more vocal about their practice and being more comfortable expressing themselves and showing their craft. And I think that's very beautiful.
This is Ultra Magica, or crystals, coming out of the broom closet. So I have Majori, the punk priestess, here in the flesh.
For many young spiritualists, the online community has replaced the one they might have had at church, but without the strict mandates that come with other religions.
I'm not the type of witch that likes to subscribe to rules. I just do whatever it is I please. If it doesn't fit the spell, I will improvise. It is what it is.
I feel like the rules, it's like oppressive. We need to have, you know, the system.
This is why I tell you guys too, man. Y'all gotta be more careful, yo. Don't be going inside their crib, bro, because y'all niggas lay your head on their pillows. You know what I mean? Y'all hair, y'all leave hair follicles. Y'all brush your hair in their bathrooms. These some weird bitches, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you, yo. I ain't even gonna hold. And ladies, my real sisters, y'all too. Don't be sharing combs with these wicked women, bro. Know what I mean? They do all sorts of shit with y'all hair and prey on y'all downfall, bro. Cause y'all got a little bit of advantage. Cause y'all a little bit more educated and y'all use y'all education to y'all advantage the right way. Y'all ain't selling sex and y'all get to the bag. Don't think these chicks won't pull you right back into that barrel. Know what I mean? Like I say, y'all get offended because you hear me go in and y'all all got coochie. But don't play dumb. You know the bitches we talking about. You know exactly who we talking about. We talking about your ex-boyfriend or your baby father mother. Is that clearer? We talking about your baby father's mother. You know what I mean? The one that you ain't with. Is that more clearer, ladies? You know what I mean? Am I still bashing women now? All right. We talking about the sister that knew you was messing with him and she still busted wide open for him. Yeah, that's who we talking about. Yes, you want to blame the man and you can do that. But I'm going to blame the girl. So we know what I mean? Don't worry about it. We even. We'll meet at the middle. That's who we talk about on this channel. Sis?
I feel like the rules, it's like oppressive. We need to have, you know, the system. You have to be a certified like tarot reader. And it's like, I want to like dismantle and get rid of that, because that's not what healership really is. You don't.
That's why we're here.
That's why we're here. You don't have to subscribe to these rules, because like, who's telling you these things? It's again, like, have your own independent thought. That is what divination is.
I'm just holding
Very Taurus of you.
So today we're in Southfield, Michigan for the Detroit Hoodoo Festival, and dozens of spiritualists from around the country have come together. They all practice something different under the African traditional religious practices, but this is significant because 20, 30 years ago, these things were done in secret. So now they're gathering here at this hotel behind me for classes, workshops, there's vendors, and they're all just here to celebrate this new birth of spirituality.
I want to thank everybody for coming to the first annual Detroit Hoodoo Festival. And first up, we have a wonderful, powerful priestess, someone who really has a working grasp of the spirit, a working grasp of the traditions, a working grasp of how to facilitate and create changes in your life. So please, if you would, welcome my sister, a powerful priestess, Ms. Ifa.
Hi, y'all beautiful people. How are y'all? First of all, thank you.
Ifa Abeyo is Melissa's spiritual mentor in the Lukumi faith.
The Bible is the biggest spell book known to man.
All right, so if the Bible the biggest spell book, why don't you conjure up some shit to make you lose weight, bitch? You know what I mean? This is the shit that I don't understand. If you know all this magic, abracadabra, lose weight right now. Make me a believer, yo. I am Abraham. And if I do something right now to show you that my God is real, I need you to do something right now to show me that your voodoo real. Abracadabra, lose some weight, and I believe you, yo. Abracadabra, lose some weight. Go ahead. Go ahead. Because y'all bad, y'all big, y'all strong, y'all bad, y'all scary, y'all strong and independent. Abracadabra, lose some weight.
Just don't know how to use it.
Ifa was initiated into Lukumi 4 years ago, but has been practicing divination through tarot card readings since the 90s. So what was that experience like 20, 30 years ago, reading tarot cards?
In New Orleans and stuff, they call you root people, root workers, conjure people, and things like that. So it was taboo. It wasn't as it is now. That was a no-no. You would come after church when the lights are out. You would come at night and, get your reading or whatever work you need done. But it wasn't out like now. You would go in New York in Central Park and you got a table full of everybody reading.
20, 30 years ago when you were doing tarot and things in secret, could you imagine that in 2021 you'd be at a Detroit Hoodoo Festival teaching a class?
Now, I will say this. The person that started to do this, to take it out on the road, a lot of spiritual people were against it. They were like, no, it's going to bring a lot of negative. It's going to make spiritual people look horrible. But we still did it because people now have a hunger.
How do you see these traditions and these religions evolving in the next 5 to 10 years?
I see that more and more people who study this are seeing the health benefits, the mental health benefits, the healing benefits of religion and spirituality. It may not be conventional. It may not be what your parents did, but it's really, this is something that I think is going to grow, and it might be more broadly accepted because it works.
Let us be sun-drenched and beaming, anointed, let it rain. Let it rain on me now. So be it, so it is.
And so it is.
So it is.
At least that proves my point, guys. And at least they stick together. They better than us. You know what I mean? They evil as hell, but at least I seen black faces, white faces, Asian faces, and they always sticking together, wasn't playing this. You know what I mean? I created it. This belongs to the white. This belongs to the black folks. You know what I mean? Come on, man. But other than that, the rest of that shit trash. These people evil. You know what I mean? And stay away from them. And this that spirit that Jada Pinkett and Gabrielle Union have, guys. This that wicked spirit. And they use their magic power to turn their kids into shit. You know what I mean? They done turned their kids into little demons too now, guys. But this is what happens when a man let his woman quarterback. You know what I mean? Let's get to some scriptures real quick, guys, because a lot of guys was asking me how I feel about women teaching and shit like that. You know what I mean? And I told you I follow the Bible, guys. I live by the Bible. I live my life by the Bible. You know what I mean? So, and the Bible real. The Bible real. You just gotta interpret it right. That's why I bring it to you guys. I pull a verse up and we read that shit together. All right. So tonight, guys, to break down, should women be teaching and should women talk? Because a lot of you guys get it fucked up. Y'all be trying to make it seem like women shouldn't talk. He ain't say women shouldn't talk. He ain't say women shouldn't ask questions. He ain't say none of that. He ain't even say women shouldn't teach. It's who he said women should teach. You know what I mean? He didn't ask women to teach any old body. He ain't asked women to teach men shit. He asked women to teach the kids. But I'll let y'all read it. You know what I mean? You don't gotta listen to me. I always tell y'all, don't believe me, believe yourself. You know what I mean? And we're gonna interpret it and we're gonna read this thing together so that it is, you know what I mean? We won't complicate the common sense. I mean, because it's very important, guys. This our basic instructions. My guy P Chill, what's up? My guy, salute. And thanks for the super chat. I mean, thanks for the fucking cash app. You've been cash apping me all day, man. I ain't even gonna hold you, man. You've been treating me like a wet stripper all day, bro. Salute to you, man. You must have hit the lottery, man. You must have hit the lottery or something. I don't know what the fuck, but I'm extremely, you know what I mean, humbled and the chat know I'm about to go into this whole spiel about I'm not used to this shit and I still have not gotten comfortable. I don't even know what to say. I gotta write some shit down. You know what I mean? Word. I don't know. Teaching or being a copycat. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, right. If you're talking about the women, they're not supposed to be teaching nothing but their kids. They're supposed to be teaching their kids. And that's what we're about to get into. We're about to get into that. All right, right. I got 3 verses today, guys, talking about women and teaching and, you know what I mean? And it's real clear. We're not going to complicate it. Proverbs 31:26, guys. She opens her mouth with, and guys, remember, I use the ESV because I need it clear. I need it clear cut. I don't want to complicate it. I don't want to turn my readers off. But I can pull up all the versions for you, and they all say the same thing. It's the essential beliefs. And again, it's the context and how you read this Bible. All right? Or whatever it is, whatever is your book of choice, the Quran, whatever it is, it's always going to be the context, guys. Read it for what it is. You know what I mean? She opens her mouth with wisdom, and the teachings of kindness is on her tongue. Now, guys, I didn't play a couple of pieces of women, a couple of videos with the women talking, and I didn't see no kindness come out their mouth, nor did I see any wisdom come out their mouth. And this is what he expects. This is what he expects. This is not a choice. This is not optional. You saw Shorty said, I do whatever I want. We make up, I make it up. And see, that's why a lot of people run from the Bible and everybody find an excuse to, oh, the Bible fake or the Bible not real. I don't believe in it, or you know what I mean? Because it's clear cut and it removes the fun. Because a lot of people find fun in the sickest and saddest shit. You know what I mean? But it removes the fun. So again, let's read that. She opens her mouth with wisdom, and the teaching of kindness is on her tongue. And he was talking about the virtuous woman, guys. You know what I mean? So you're not saying I'm cherry picking. Remember, this is Proverbs 31. So he's actually talking about the virtuous woman, the woman that we should be looking for, guys. The rare virtuous woman. Remember that verse that we went over where he asks, who can find the rare virtuous woman? This is why Gabrielle's and Jada Pickens, this is why they're not rare. They're not rare. They're so common in today's era because they're not the virtuous woman. You know what I mean? They're not that guy. They're not that guy. They're not that guy. You know what I mean? So again, that's what he expects from a virtuous woman. And we can see that the majority of women is not doing that. Timothy 2, chapter 11 through 15, guys. Let a woman learn quietly with all submissiveness. So he want a woman to learn quietly with all submissiveness. You know what I mean? He ain't say be rude. He ain't say be boisterous. He ain't say be belligerent. You know what I mean? He said quietly with all submissiveness. Guys, y'all following me? We reading it together, guys, so that it's no ifs, ands, or buts. I do not permit a woman to teach or to exercise authority over a man. All right, you see, Will Smith and D Wade, they already gave a power to their female. Their female is already in an authoritative role over them. Their female is running the show. Their female is quarterbacking, and these guys, they're not even the blocker. I mean, they're not even the wide receiver or the running back, guys. These guys are the blockers, bro. They're the linemen. These guys are linemen for her team. And this is why their team is not winning. This is why their team is destroyed. Their team is folded, crumbled, because the positions is all wrong. You know what I mean? These guys got women that are trying to be the coach. And we all know the coach is God. It's God, man, woman, child. So it's coach, quarterback, position players. Coach being God, quarterback being the man, and the woman, she can pick any position she want to pick on the field. But you cannot have her play the quarterback. That's for you, bro. And I don't give a damn if you can't throw or not. You better run. Tuck this shit and run. You know what I mean? Flare passes. Don't try to throw deep. But as a man, you got to get that play from the guard. You submit to God, she will submit to you, and the kids will submit to her. That's the order, guys. That's the order. And it's not working like that with these two women that y'all see in the thumbnail. These two women, they the God, then a man is submitting to them, and the kids are submitting to them, and everything is submitting to them. And that's why they shit crumbling, because that's not how God drew it up. You know what I mean? But again, I do not permit a woman to teach or to exercise authority over a man. Rather, she is to remain quiet. For Adam was formed first, then Eve, and Adam was not deceived. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So that's why he don't want women teaching, and this is why the most dangerous combination is woman teaching women, because that's the original sin. So when I tell you Lilith passed that apple to Eve and the red pill got it wrong because we spend too much time focusing in on Eve, when Eve repented, went on to live righteous, but Lilith, that bitch still out there. Lilith's still out there, and she live amongst 95% of the women in this community, yo. So I'm not lying and eating crab legs when I tell you that 1 + 1 = 2 and not 11. You know what I mean? And feelings are not the facts. But this Bible, the words and the scriptures in this Bible are the facts. You just gotta read it, bro. You just gotta read it, bro. And I told y'all, if y'all have a problem reading it, I'll read it for y'all. Subscribe, bro. Subscribe, hit the notification. Cause this is what I do, bro. I am proud of being a real righteous nigga, yo. And doing it my way. And you could look for that perfect person all you want. It is no more perfect people. He created Lucifer perfect and he backstabbed him. So he did not want to do that again. So it's no more perfect people, bro. I am the truth with proof, and all you gotta endure is how I kick it. But what I kick is official tissue. Don't play with me. Pray with me. All right, guys. For Adam was formed first, then Eve, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman was deceived, and because a transgression, and became a transgressor. Yet she will be saved through childbearing. So the only reason why he's trying to save y'all, the only reason why he saved y'all is because y'all was going to promise to just be good childbearers. You know what I mean? Childbearers. The shit y'all running away from, the shit y'all aborting. Let me see the deals. Yeah, make deals with the devil real smooth. Y'all sell y'all soul real easy for that bread. But the deal y'all made with God, y'all done got down here on earth and forgot. Y'all done forgot about the deals y'all made with y'all father, with the creator. You see what I mean? This is why y'all get what y'all get at the end. Y'all get the cheating boyfriend. You get the kid come out looking all crazy. You know what I mean? You begin the generational curse, sis. It kickstart with your ass. And then it trickles down and perpetuates. You know what I mean? Fix your shit. Get to your creator, yo. Get to your creator. Sisters that's watching me, salute to yourself, pat yourself on the back. The more and more truth y'all intake, the more and more better and the more closer y'all gonna get to y'all creator. So y'all ain't even worried about me. Y'all already know Mr. Goodbread is an entertaining motherfucker, bro. I love that boy. You know what I mean? Y'all feels no way. Cause y'all know what it is. Y'all know what time it is. You know what I mean? But not everybody got that spirit. Yet she will be saved through childbearing. If they continue in faith and love. Hold on. Let me move that. Let me move that. If she continue in faith and love and holiness with self-control. These chicks ain't controlling themselves. They ain't controlling themselves at all. No self-control. No self-control. But again, guys, this is it right here. So no, he don't say women shouldn't talk. I didn't read that. I didn't read him saying women shouldn't talk. He just said women should not have authority over man. You know what I mean? By no way, shape, or form, because the last time they had authority over man, they fucked up. You know what I mean? The last time they was responsible, they fucked it up. They was tricked. You know what I mean? But let's see who they are supposed to teach. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, he didn't say that they were supposed to shut the fuck up and sit down. Nah, they're supposed to learn in silence. But as for you, teach what accords with sound doctrine. Older men are to be sober-minded, dignified, self-controlled, sound in faith, in love, and in steadfastness. Now look here. Don't think that I'm out of control. This is self-control. I'm glad we stumbled over this verse right here, because y'all already know how emotionally controlled I am, guys. Y'all already know how emotionally intelligent I am. Y'all done seen me in action. Y'all done seen me argue with an absolute dummy and did not get pulled out of character. So trust and believe, guys. I know what I know, and I gotta deliver it. I gotta deliver it the way I deliver it, to keep it fresh and keep it funky and keep it different. You know what I mean? But don't get it twisted, yo. You know what I mean? I am A1 by this Bible, by this book. All right? Sound in faith, in love, and in steadfast. Older women, likewise, are to be reverent in behavior, not slanders or slaves to much wine. See, they done fucked up now. They done fucked up now. It's Friday night. I know I got a couple good girl breads. And they over here. They sipping right now. See? Do not be slaves to that shit. Do not be slaves to much wine. They are to teach what is good. See, guys? See how you got to read this thing. You can't just go cherry picking. You just can't go stand into the corner listening to the Israelites spit the book that they want to spit for that day and just leave. You got to read this thing, guys. Because we in Titus 2:1-15 now. Know what I mean? So we left out of Timothy where he told them they ain't supposed to teach us. But now we in Titus and he's telling them who they supposed to teach. But obviously we done saw two teachers today and we see how they teaching these females. We see how the older lady is teaching and we see how that younger lady is teaching. They are to teach what is good and so train the young women to love their husbands. That's a whole lie. These bitches is training these women to hate men, to not need men. That's what's going on. They're training them how to be lonely just like them. You see, this is in the book, guys. This is all in the Bible. That book that so many people in the black community don't trust. Don't trust. It's too hard. You know what I mean? This is all in the book, guys. No cap and crab leg. You know what I mean? And you see, it's simple. This ain't complicated. Y'all know some shit. Y'all know I'm not one of the best readers in the righteous fair. Y'all know I'm not one of the best readers in the righteous fair. Shit. Nigga, if you come to my channel looking for world class type on punctuality articulacy, you crazy. You know what I mean? You gotta know that's not gonna go down. But guys, this is in the book. I could read this shit and figure and comprehend it. Know what I mean? And you could too, guys. You could too. Don't be scared. Just like I said, don't let niggas punk you into reading the version they don't even read. But they just heard somebody talk about the King James version. And so now that's the shit they gonna run with. You know what I mean? So they look for shit. They look for any excuse to be dumb. Don't let them drag you down with that stupidity, bro. You know what I mean? Like I tell you, I use the ESV version, bro, because it's crystal clear. You know what I mean? Crystal clear. And it don't say nothing different from the King James version. King James version just say all this proper shit, dial D and all that bullshit to say the same thing. You know what I mean? All right, where we at? Sheesh. We out here. We preaching tonight. Where we at? We on 2:30. You know, I feel like we only did an hour be here. Yeah, they done fucked up. They got me in my bag now. I'm really trying to give y'all niggas the world now. I'm trying to pack everything on this one live. This is gonna be the poverty escape live right here, bro. You know what I mean? Yo, I'm trying to keep it about Jada and Gabrielle, but this poverty escape live, yo. I'm treating this live like this is the last time y'all gonna hear me, yo. Salute to the chat, man. We the best, boy. We the realest. We the realest, man. We the realest. Yo, young women to love their husbands. They ain't doing that. They teaching these kids how to hate men, yo. And they teaching men how to love on them and not be men, not be masculine. To be self-controlled, pure, working at home. They're not working at home. You know what I mean? Kind and submissive to their own husbands. No way. This he can't. He not talking about the women that he created. He not talking about the sisters that he created. He got to be mad. He got to be pissed off at these bitches, yo. If I was, yo, listen to this shit, man. Look at what he expected from these women, from these females, bro. He didn't expect this from the majority. Like, he expected the majority to have these qualities, like to be self-controlled, pure, working at home, kind, and submissive to their own husbands, that the word of God may not be revealed. Man, listen. They done messed up, man. Let's go into this. Let's go into the biblical spirit, guys, because I found a little story. A little biblical story. It's an old cult history explained. Oh, remember, I told you guys I fuck with everything. I read everything: the Bible, the Quran, motherfucking folk tales. Oh, I read everything, guys, and I found this to be very, very interesting. And it touches on what we just saw in real life. The video that we just saw in real life, I can connect it to the spiritual world. So I tell you again, guys, it's really good versus evil. The gender war is good versus evil. It's man versus man, and it's woman versus woman. You versus you. You know what I mean? That's how it breaks down, guys. It's never gonna be us on women, guys. That's a distraction. You know what I mean? Women got to get their shit together. You know what I mean? We just can't buy into what they doing. What they selling, we got to reject what they selling, guys. All right, let's go and get into the main event. Salute to my guy XL Pro for the Cash App. Salute to Down South Yellow for the Cash App. You know what I mean? And salute to my guy. Definitely salute to my guy. Hold on, let me get the name real quick. I was speaking with him earlier too. My guy Chills. My guy P Chills. Thanks, man, for sponsoring the stream today, man. I appreciate y'all.
Something to be said about the city of New Orleans, a city that so profoundly captures both the.
And here go that city again, New Orleans. They just mentioned the New Orleans city in the last video, you know what I mean? So let's get it in, guys. I ain't gonna do too much breaking into this. I want y'all to really get a wind of this and this wicked spirit and how, son, it's been around forever. It's nothing new. And when you stick your head into the Bible and you start educating yourself, it's gonna make you wanna do more research and dig up more stuff. And then you start going down rabbit holes, and all you doing is equipping yourself for when you run into this spirit in real life. You know how to work on it. You know what I mean? You know how to work on it. If you're going to bag it and smash and dip, then you know exactly how to play on it. Like, you know what I mean? You want to always be prepared. Preparation is the way to defeat adversity, guys. If you prepare for it, then it's not going to feel like anything. Shit smooth sailing, bro.
There's something to be said about the city of New Orleans, a city that so profoundly captures both the old world and the new in its never-ending nightlife, its renowned cuisine, and the celebration of a diverse African, French, and American culture. Indeed, it seems like the sort of place where if magic could take place, it would be here, in the Big Easy. Of course, this brings me to one of New Orleans' most notable residents, Marie Laveau, the woman said to be the Voodoo Queen. Despite having been dead for over 200 years now, people still say that Marie Laveau has power over the city.
Now I wonder, did Miss Cleo the psychic, did she patent her look around this woman? Did she do research on this woman? Because she looks similar to how a lot of these little voodoo bitches be looking. Erykah Badu, all of these little witchcraft chicks. You guys got to look at it too. Especially with this makeup shit and how I seen two ugly things turn themselves into some alright looking females, bro. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. I seen her do it with a spray. Bitch sprayed herself and shook her head like this. And next thing you know, her skin was tight. I said, well, look at that shit here. Would you look at this shit here? It's going down, guys, in real life.
Going by what the legends say about her voodoo practices, Laveau would perform remarkable feats, some saying they are nothing short of miracles. In this video, we'll primarily be focusing on Louisiana voodoo, or New Orleans voodoo, which is a product of the religion Voodoo, though heavily influenced by the Christian and French culture of New Orleans, in which Marie Laveau would become a staple of. Although there is plenty of information about Marie Laveau in the legends and lore of New Orleans, separating the fact from myth isn't exactly easy. We know little of Laveau's early life, other than that she was likely born in 1801 to a wealthy plantation owner, as some sources say, and his black mistress. Her father, who is also cited as being Charles Laveau, may also have been something of a politician, going on to become a mayor of New Orleans in 1812. Her mother was named Marguerite, and was also said to be something of a voodoo practitioner. We also know that Laveau would go on to marry a man named Jacques Paris, a carpenter who would give her 2 children. However, Paris would suddenly go missing in 1824, whereby Laveau would speak of his death, claiming to be a widow.
Now, what kind of shit is this, guys? We see this on the news almost every single day, yo. Didn't Mr. Palmer do some shit earlier about somebody get found with bones in the crib and shit on an eviction and something? This shit is crazy, guys. Like, it's a real spirit out here, bro.
Though it's equally believable that Paris had simply deserted Laveau, but that she was too prideful to admit this. After all, she was described as being a beautiful woman, tall with dark curly hair and golden skin. At the pinnacle of her notoriety, tabloids would describe her as having good features. Good features at the time meaning that she appeared to have the physical traits of a white woman more than a black one. After Paris's death, Marie would begin working in the beauty.
Is this why all of our sisters is out here conforming to trying to get to the European look, which they so-called hate that look, but that's what they all trying to look like? Like, I understand the whole Barbie doll trick. They never did make a beautiful black Barbie doll, but why are y'all all trying to look white? But then y'all have a problem when my white bread sisters braid their hair, or you know what I mean, hit the gym and they bubble poke out, you know what I mean? Then you say they trying to act black. Like, I don't understand. Like, why do we gotta personalize everything?
Beauty parlor as a hairdresser. This is actually one of the most important parts of her life, for it's here that she would service the wealthy white and Creole women of New Orleans, whereby they would confide in her their most intimate secrets, desires, information about their husbands, lovers, their estates, and family affairs. Many believe that this wealth of information that Laveau would receive on a daily basis is what gave her political leverage, and is the reason why she...
See, they all love each other too. Misery needs company. Stupidity multiplies. You know what I mean? I told y'all that. The victim mentality and the wicked, they need other energies to thrive. And it's very contagious, bro. It's very contagious. That's why I don't even let nobody up around me with a sob story, bro. True story, yo. True story. You call my phone, bro, and I read the frequencies of that phone conversation and it start to be pitiful. I mean, like, every time. Now, I know if you call my phone and you going through something, that's something totally different from me giving you access to me. And every time you call my phone, you lower my vibrations. Mean, like, you never call my phone with a victory, something you did great, something you feeling good about. Like, you always call my phone lowering vibrate. I get the hell away from me, bro. Get the hell away from me. Cause it's just not good, bro. It's not good. That victim mentality shit get contagious.
she was able to rise up through the social ranks. Laveau would later begin a relationship with a man named Louis Christophe de Glapion, a man from a powerful local family whom she would birth 15 children to in rapid succession. It would lead her to quit hairdressing and devote her time to raising her brood. It's here she began to take interest in her mother's voodoo practices and traditional African beliefs.
Exactly. See what I mean? It's always gonna grow. Mother Queen. So when we look around and we see the society and the community all fucked up, we're not gonna run with this age-old narrative. But the fathers gotta step up. No, it's no way for the fathers to step up when we all shackled down on child support and false allegations and stupid shit like that. because women for years have gotten away with murder. They have gotten away with the Amber Turd effect. And it ain't till now that social media are blowing them up day after day after day after day. Social media allow us to pull back the curtain on female nature and see how ruthless it is and how much crab leg shells. It's so many crab leg shells in that cat box, bro. All you see is crab leg shells in that motherfucker.
Voodoo had a sinister reputation for itself in Louisiana, and was even banned at several points. Many believed it was the art of the devil, and that it was here to usurp Christianity, turning Christians and good folk onto a darker path filled with mystics and magics. Of course, many who held this view were not entirely familiar with voodoo and traditional African beliefs, and were likely to embellish the practice to serve their own agenda, citing it as evil, corrupt, or otherwise blasphemous. But this didn't stop Laveau and many of her clientele from practicing voodoo. In fact, Laveau herself would learn most of her craft from a voodoo doctor in New Orleans, who was simply and rather insidiously known as Dr. John. What separates Louisiana voodoo from voodoo and other forms of voodoo is the Catholic influence that people like Laveau.
Again, guys, I tell you guys all of the time, we gotta stop paying and losing traction, worrying about these modern women, bro. These modern women do not benefit from them being stupid, bro. Somebody benefit from turning the modern woman stupid, bro. Think about it. Somebody benefit from Lucifer. I mean, somebody, look, there I go telling them myself, telling you guys the answer. Somebody benefits from Lilith being evil and corrupt and being stupid, yo. You know what I mean? Somebody benefits from that, because she don't benefit from that, guys. Think about it. She don't get no D for giving that apple into that garden. God ain't create her no new nigga. He ain't create no new simp for her. You know what I mean? She ain't get nothing, bro. She's doing the bidding. Who is she doing the bidding for, guys? That's our target, guys. That's our target, guys. Remember, we are emotionally intelligent. So you ain't gonna fuck with us. You ain't gonna fuck with our 27 emotions. We got all 27 in check. I'll be advancing that list, guys. I have that list in the community tab tomorrow and shit. You know what I mean? For those of y'all that want to screenshot it and take it down. But yeah, we got 27 emotions, guys. They only teach us 5 in the black community. But we got 27. You know what I mean? We got to make sure we protect all 27, because these niggas then got systems and fucking designs triggered off to trigger all 27 at one time, bro. And then they'll get you to spend all your money once they control you through emotions. This is why the most intellectual, the most IQ, the most highest of IQs still is a dummy in America in 2022. They just don't know it, though. You know what I mean? I let them tell it. I let them tell it. You know what I mean? But you're right, bro. P. Chills, we are all brothers, bro. We are all brothers. And I'm loving the way my chat is looking. I'm loving the way we are all is mixed. You know what I mean? I got my brothers. You know what I mean? I got my wheat breads. I got my white breads. You know what I mean? I got my sisters. We learning. You know what I mean? I'm loving the way it look, bro. I'm loving the way it's looking. It's only one NGA in the class. And that's me, Abraham. All right? I like that, bro. I like the conversation going on in the chat. Brothers is learning. Brothers is sharing. This is the shit that I envisioned, Joe. This at 2 subscribers, this is the shit that I envision. Because I think big. I think big, bro. I'm already thinking how this shit gonna look when we at 10,000 subscribers, bro. I think big, bro. And I could do a lot with a little, so that I don't have to ever beg. You know what I mean? Because we Urshus. We Urshus. We Urshus over here, guys.
Infused with it. Louisiana voodoo would incorporate holy water, incense, statues of saints, and even consisted of Christian prayers, thus making it more acceptable to the upper class and more appealing to those who were devout to Christianity. A lot of Laveau's beliefs included spiritual forces, as is common in all voodoo, whereby the spirits which are summoned can be either benign or mischievous. The idea was that these spirits connected with the followers of voodoo, guiding them, imparting some form of divine knowledge, or simply bringing good vibes. How this was achieved was through a mixture of dance, music.
Yo, P. Chills, yo, salute. We definitely in Poland heavy because you the second guy from Poland that got my content, bro. So we definitely in Poland, yo. Shout outs to the Polish guys. My guys is lit. Y'all already know, yo.
Singing, and even the use of snakes. In fact, Laveau herself was even said to have worn a pet snake around her neck, which was named Zombie. Some of Marie's notable services as the Voodoo Queen include the selling of gree-gree bags, an amulet originating from Africa that is said to bring fortune and protect the wearer from evil. The gree-gree bags were said to contain a variety of ingredients that were blessed by voodoo queens or voodoo doctors to bring the wearer a certain effect or destiny. Charms, magical powders, ailments, and desire-granting ornaments, including those that could destroy a customer's enemies, were also sold by Laveau. She would also conduct spiritual readings, telling fortunes, giving advice to those who sought it, and casting spells including cures, charms, or even curses for the right price. However, some historians believe that Laveau's feared powers were actually just clever acts, and that all of her divine knowledge about people's lives was merely acquired by the recording of many secrets that were spilled to her by her clients. Bearing in mind, she would be serving many prominent households in New Orleans, some of them likely to divulge certain sensitive information, given her warm and compassionate persona.
That's why I try to tell you, females, yo, y'all keep jumping on social media, spewing your guts and spewing your feelings. Y'all keep jumping in my comments and leaving all your little feelings all out there. Like, you don't know what type of stuff you putting out there in the metasphere, in the metaverse. You know what I mean? You don't know who absorbing that. You getting black girl magic, girl. You start coughing and stuff, next thing you know, your man stolen. Stop playing, yo. Y'all gotta be alert too. You know what I mean? Stop defending these chicks. We stop defending these demons, bro. Stop defending them because y'all all got coochie, bro. You been a defender, and then next thing you know, man gone. You know what I mean? Man gone. She how you looking like this and shit. You sitting there defending her. You sitting here defending her. The baby your man. The baby your the baby your man, and she the man. I better stop defending them.
It's suggested that Laveau would use this information to further her own status, or would use this information to build the idea that she was indeed all knowledgeable. Another account has it that Laveau would use the black servants of rich whites to obtain information, and that she would do this by either instilling fear into the servants, threatening to curse or hex them, or simply pay them off. There is one story of Laveau's powers that would captivate all of New York.
That was that government Satan Zaddy connection right there, guys. That's that government Satan Zaddy connection. They know how to use the white man. You know what I mean? The one that they so-called hate. They sit around the neighborhoods, you know what I mean, with the boomers, and they talk crazy. They talk that racism shit, but then they run right to them and partner with the white man, the so-called white man. Yeah, they do.
New Orleans. Supposedly, a wealthy man's son was accused of a rape allegation and was set to face a long jail sentence. The evidence against the wealthy man's son was damning, and it looked to be an open and shut case. Desperate to ensure his son's freedom, and out of all options to achieve it, the wealthy man went to Laveau for aid. In exchange for her success in this matter, he would offer her a house. Laveau agreed and hosted a voodoo ritual where she underwent a form of self-torture. She placed 3 ridiculously hot guinea peppers in her mouth and held them there for hours as she appeased to the spirits. In voodoo, the belief is that the spirits take pity on those under great suffering, and so Laveau would use her pain to draw the spirits out and grant her what she sought.
We use a guinea pepper, hotter than Hades. When the gods see this willingness to suffer, to sacrifice, they pay attention.
They love putting stuff in their mouth, yo. They love putting stuff in their mouth, boy. God damn.
On the day of the hearing, Laveau snuck into the courthouse and placed the guinea peppers that had been in her mouth under the seat of the judge. Some believe that the energy from the spiritually enhanced peppers caused the judge to set the wealthy man's son free. As was the agreement, the wealthy man would then grant Laveau the house he had promised her. However, some historians dispute this case, stating that if such an occurrence did in fact take place, then it's likely that Laveau would have known the judge through her social circles, or would at least known something incriminating about the judge for which she would have used to blackmail him with. Of course, she would have still used her voodoo theatrics to convince New Orleans that she did indeed possess magical powers, but some believe that the basis of her powers was merely political manipulation and intimidation. When Laveau
Exactly, that's all they do. All they do. If they can catch you slipping, they gonna intimidate you. You know what I mean? They going to. That's all they do. They ain't really got no damn power.
passed away in 1881, she was said to have died with a smile on her face. Reporters of the time referred to her not as a sinister practitioner of dark magic, but as the kindest woman who ever lived, a saintly figure who nursed the sick and spread compassion amongst the diseased and the condemned. Laveau is buried in St. Louis Cemetery, in the Laveau-Glapion family crypt. The burials are in vaults above ground, where Laveau's tomb attracts many visitors, even to this day. Many slabs in the area, including Laveau's own tomb, are marked by visitors with an X symbol. The idea stems from a decades-old rumor that Laveau would grant wishes from beyond the grave if an X was marked on her tomb. Supposedly, the ritual goes something along the lines of marking an X on the tomb, turning around 3 times, knocking on the tomb, and then yelling out your wish. Should the wish come true, then the wisher would need to come back, circle the X so others would know of Laveau's power, and then leave the voodoo queen an offering. One of Laveau's daughters, also named Marie Laveau, was said to carry on her mother's mantle after her death. By some accounts, she was the splitting image of her mother, though what she had in looks, she lacked in her mother's spirit. Some have said that she did not possess the warmth and compassion of her mother, and was more inclined to inspire fear. One of her most notable talents was the ability to fulfill the desire of any man. She would hold lavish parties at Maison Blanche, a building for the congregation of blacks and whites in New Orleans, where women would dance naked for men, politicians, and high officials. Essentially, this building, amongst others, would become something of a brothel. But it was never raided by the police, who feared that if they intervened, Marie Laveau II would curse them. Some would say that Marie Laveau II drowned in a lake after a big storm. Ever since then, both Laveaux have sunk into obscurity. Marie Laveau continues to be a central figure of Louisiana voodoo, however, and of New Orleans culture. It's said that gamblers even shout her name when throwing dice, or before big stakes. Additionally, there have been multiple tales of sightings of the voodoo queen, even to this day. And that wraps up the tale of Marie Laveau. But was she a powerful voodoo queen, capable of cures and curses, and contacting spirits? Or was she more of a political player, using a network of spies and her own cunning to enhance and embellish her abilities? You tell me in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video and hit the
Yeah, what up, Mr. Goodbread. Like, I'm watching this show, man. I want to tell you that you're doing something great, man. I really like this show. I came into the panel just to tell you just to explain things through while we watch the video. The fact is that voodoo was there like in various part of the world. It was there in but it wasn't called voodoo like Africa called this kind of religion that they practice voodoo, because these kind of religion is the type of religion of worshiping your ancestor and worshiping spirits. Like, when I say spirits, meaning that worshiping the dead souls, you know?
Right.
Like, you worship let's say, for example, your mom, let's say, for example, your great granddad, your grandpa, all the people that were in your family in the 80s, you know, in the 70s, and they would like not worship them just to like, you know, like they're all the ultimate being, but they will give them respect. They will show respect by speaking with them, speaking with their dead ancestor, and helping, asking them for favors to help cure certain diseases, certain sickness, and certain stuff like that. So it didn't have anything to do with worshiping gods or stuff like that, you know. It was
Right.
just, yeah. And you got the hoodoo movement, which started, and after, during the slave period in America, in North America, but it was after, um there was like a slave, there was like a slave fight. I remember there was like the slave were rioting and were fighting for independence. It started from in Haiti. In Haiti, it was when the slave started revolting for the first time. These slaves started revolting in the 1800s. But they started revolting even before that, you know.
Yeah, you
But
cooking right now, boy. Boy, you
yeah,
cooking. You teaching me and shit right
yeah,
now,
yeah,
boy.
yeah, yeah. But they started by fighting their first battle. It was in the late 1700s, and after that they fought their first battle with the army of France. It was in 1804, which they got their independence. And after they got their independence, it turned the world into shambles. But um, they taught a certain people, or a certain group of people, a certain group of African, because they were, some people of them were African from other regions. They taught him how to like use voodoo, and how to like imbued powers into the bodies of certain of these people, like they were African warrior. They would do ceremonies to put the soul or the spirit of their ancestor into their body to go to war, you know, and fight
Yeah,
for freedom.
yeah.
And after that, the problem is that people don't might probably not know that, but traditional real voodoo is the same religion that is the same. It's like a religion, but it's the same religion as the indigenous used to practice. The indigenous, you know, the indigenous of America. It's almost the same. It's like spirits. It's like worshiping your ancestor and calling on the dead spirit, the spirit of the dead already dead, but not gods.
That's
But
aviated.
yeah, it's aviated. Let
What's good? What's good, panel? What's going on,
Yeah,
man?
we talking right there. You know, we showing some history right there. And
Okay.
okay,
No need. I don't mean to interrupt, Mr. Goodbread. How you doing, brother?
Same old shit, my guy. What's going on? The dean is in
So,
the class, man. We had another good live, boy, man. We aviator cooking right now, boy. He
I
know about
know.
this shit.
I was in and out. You know what I'm saying? I had just got off of work not too long ago. I had to close up. But are we talking about the Haitians right now?
no, we're talking about in general Africa, about
No,
every black people.
no. But I think I heard you say something about gaining independence in 1804. Who are you
Yeah,
referring to?
yeah. I'm referring to when the first slaves started revolting.
The Haitians.
Yeah.
So that
But
wasn't we didn't gain our independence in 1804. It was far before that.
we started fighting for independence before that.
Yeah, it was far before that. We gained our
Before that, but
independence in the
we
1700s, not the 1800s.
yeah, officially were, our independence were officially recognized in 1804.
No, we declared it in 1804. We
Yeah,
declared the flag, but it was recognized far before that.
for
Far before that. I'm
yeah,
Haitian, so I had to come on and say that. It's in my blood. My people came off the boat, so I
bro.
had
I'm,
to
I'm
mention that.
Asian too, bro.
So come on, nigga, who say you already know what time it is, man.
Yeah,
Way before that.
yeah, bro. Like I say so, bro. I was trying to tell Mr. Goodbread that the hoodoo came from the voodoo, but the hoodoo is not the voodoo. Hoodoo, the difference is that hoodoo is Satan worshiping. Because why? True Satan worshiping teach you to worship your see you to worship yourself, because you're a god. You know, you're a god. You know what I'm saying? You're a god. So the hoodoo religion, the hoodoo is not a religion, but the hoodoo movement was created and started in Louisiana by a group of a black African American woman. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And this movement started with them conjuring and helping doing conjuring spells and certain matters of that, and helping certain events from not happening to them, bad things from not happening to them.
Right.
Because and the problem is that there was about Satanism, right? It's a religion in itself too, right? Satanism is a religion in itself. Satanism started by a guy called Anton LaVey. Is
Okay.
an okay. The cult, the first satanic cult started by him, which in itself, true Satanism teach you that you're God. You know,
Right.
and the reason where I want to usually go with that is that hoodoo and Satanism has the same thing in common. What is in common is that hoodoo and Satanism believe that they're God. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But hoodoo and believe that woman is God. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
hoodoo started by woman. Voodoo started by men. Voodoo was created by men, but hoodoo was created by women. Voodoo is the offspring of voodoo, but hoodoo utilize the practice of voodoo, but doesn't follow the rules of voodoo.
Okay, so then to tie this into the thumbnail, it's safe to say that Gabrielle Union and Jada Pickett, them bitches, they follow hoodoo.
Yes,
Precisely.
Them bitches is
precisely.
hoodoo queens.
Yes. So hoodoo in itself is a form of Satanism, because it encourage you to worship yourself as a god. That's why these chicks call themselves goddesses.
Right.
Good shit, Aviator. You tying it in beautifully right now.
Right.
You know?
What's going on? Okay, man. Holla at your boy, man.
I'm chilling, chilling, man. Everything's good. Everything's great, man. Love what you doing. I had to tap in. I had to tap in.
Yeah, man. It's been
I
a
had to.
crazy Friday. It's been a real informative Friday.
Yeah.
Man. Shit, we getting ready to get on out of here now, man. You want to wrap us on up? AV8, we going to go in
Yeah,
rotation. We
like I
start
say,
with you.
man, we got to be careful with these chicks, because they will tie you up, they will lace drinks, and probably they'll try to make you sick. They'll try to put you in a hospital bed. They'll try to take your manhood. They do that sometimes. They'll try to take your soul. They'll try to make you turn you dumb, because because hoodoo, the same as voodoo, is that they take, since voodoo is also a practice that use chemical to you know what I'm saying, use nature, use like botanical ingredient to make medicine. So these females, they will use botanical ingredient to make, you know what I'm saying, very corrosive and poisonous serums and stuff like that to put to spray, to put in the drink.
So,
You know what
something
I'm
like
saying?
something like putting they little yeast off they panties inside somebody's food.
Yep, they will
I don't know if
often
you
put.
heard of that, but a lot of
Yeah,
these modern women then caught on to that. I don't know
yeah.
if you heard of that, Mr. Goodbread.
Oh, true. Facts. Very true.
Nah,
You
bro. I
never
never
heard,
heard of I did
fam,
only I heard don't eat they spaghetti. That's what I heard.
fam.
Don't ever eat a chick spaghetti, bro.
And you know what the theory
Yeah.
is, they take their yeast off of they panties and they sprinkle it in your food. That's how, and The rest is history.
Yeah,
Right.
they do that a lot.
Right.
They will even wash their coochie with the water and put the water and give it to you so you can drink it.
It's deeper
You
than
know,
regular Patreon talk.
It's crazy because they got
type of
they phobing now. They got some shit called phobing where they're taking they're wiping their vagina all over their body. They're taking the juices from their vagina and they're like putting it as deodorant, as they're using it as deodorant, talking about that as attracting the men. They're attracting
This is
men.
witchcraft, Mr. Goodbread. It's not attracting men. These women are applying witchcraft. You gotta know. You gotta understand that we live in a generation right now where 80% of women are practicing witchcraft, but they don't even know that they're doing a witchcraft type of movement. You know what I'm saying? They don't even know that. They don't even realize that what they're doing is witchcraft.
That's a fact. Like like the way they changed that face, where they put that makeup on, boy, they kick that shit on, be looking like a whole new person, boy.
Telling you.
Yeah.
Okay, man. Go ahead, wrap us up, man.
You know, it's gonna be quick, cut, and short, man. Shout out to the Goodbread. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Mr. Goodbread. Y'all support the motherfucking channel. Stop playing with my boy Dean in the building, man. We out.
Salute.
Salute. Thank you, Mr. Goodbread, man. That's the best show ever, bro. I like this episode today, man. I learned a lot, man. You cover a lot, man. This is gonna be a banger. I already know it, bro.
Yo, you sponsored this shit damn near, bro. You sent me the content and all that. So, you know what I mean? It's, like I said, it's a total team effort, bro. Total team effort.
Team effort, bro. I love you guys to death.
Love you too, bro. Okay, man. I'll check you tomorrow, bro.
What's up?
Your race on the beat.
Beta males are just like women. They think with their emotions and they follow the herd. When they follow the herd, they take on the mindset of the herd. This is how beta males are controlled. The same way women are controlled. Through emotions of making everyone feel the same. Alright? Media does this. The music you listen to does this. Matter of fact, there are certain frequencies in the music that before they put it out, they make sure it's at this frequency just so you hear it and you feel a certain way. Why? Because most people are sheep. So, how does this affect the beta male syndrome? With red pill becoming very popular, it's going to become cool to call women out on their delusion. This is what you see happening in a lot of YouTube videos and a lot of mainstream radio, is that women are actually being called out on their delusion. But instead of women actually accepting the truth, they're willing to entertain the truth for attention.
You don't have teamwork skills. You don't work well with others. Bitch, you don't know how to communicate. Ho, you don't know how to operate in a household where everything don't just go your way. That is why you do better by yourself. Y'all mamas didn't tell y'all this part. They told y'all the first part, well, you shouldn't be struggling with a man. She didn't tell you that if you don't acquire the skills to work well with others, bitch, you won't be able to do better with others.
Women starting a gender war.
against black men. We came to the conclusion yesterday that black men have won. What we're looking at is a bunch of howling nigger wolves. That we got them against the ropes. You know, they have lost, and it shows, because if you look at the results of what black women are today, they are losing. Brothers, we've won. They're broke. They're out of shape. They got kids all over the place. You know, they don't have their own hair. You know, they've morphed into men. Their voices have got deeper. They're aggressive. Some of these bitches even starting to grow beards. They're growing beards.
Y'all be thinking y'all be knowing everything and don't be knowing the fuck thing. Typing up these posts with great attitude in them, you can tell. Don't argue with me, argue with your mammy. No, you should actually go argue with your mammy for telling you the half truth. She didn't bring it all the way full circle. The stuff you just typed don't make sense. The shit you running around saying to niggas don't make sense. But why would I stay with you and struggle when I can just be? It works out well when you're by yourself because you don't know how to work with others. You ever seen children that don't know how to share? They don't know how to play with other children because all they feel like is everything belongs to them. So they don't share their toys. They don't know how to play games to take turns. Don't know how to let somebody go and then they go after, or they go first and then move out of the way and let the other person go. So your kid be sitting off crying by themselves with no friends, no social relationships. Nobody wants to be around them. They can be as spoiled as they want. You can buy them all the nice clothes. They can be the best dressed in the class, and bitch, they'll be miserable. Nobody wants to play with your little fine ass little son. His little cute self don't got no friends because the nigga don't share.